he's in yet.
Okay.
GG.
GG indeed.
Okay. GG.
GG.
He'll be in a moment.
Yes, I
Do you
see.
want me to get OBS out and record? Make
Oh,
a backup
I mean-
recording? Or?
I can't. I'm currently working on music, which
Let me
I
see how
That's
this
fine.
imposed a
looks.
deadline
Gotta-
for myself on.
No,
I
you
got a
That's
pretty
fine.
clean. I got a pretty clean level here. I don't think I. Hold on. Desktop audio, go. People talk, please.
talk.
Wabble, 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 wabble.
Okay, cool. All right.
Sorry.
looking
To be
good.
fair, you need a very high IQ to understand Rick and Morty.
It's
Alright.
true.
Yeah.
Oh
Rick and
boy.
Morty's a good show.
What's up, people? We
Oh,
hopefully
boy.
we get our happy little soldier popping into the call. Just isn't yet, but
Afternoon.
Yeah,
good
Soldiers.
afternoon, Soldierers. We're joined
Hello.
by some of my favorite people in Stephius, Farlato,
Yeah.
Bronyinspector, and Buttons, and we have a guy with Mighty. Is that it?
Wait,
Yeah,
shit, are we
yeah.
already live?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he likes to go by Mighty, but his Discord is Silver.
Oh,
basically,
Puddin', I'll call him whatever he wants, as long as we get him on the call.
Basically, the point is so you know, and I want to.
I'll
just
call
let
him.
the
He can
hang on,
call
hang
me
on.
Peaches if
Bro.
he gets his ass in here.
Yeah.
And I want to let everyone know, he is one of the supporters of Toon Kritic, and Toon Kritic has been we found out that he is still going after minors, so
yeah?
this is gonna be fun.
Oh,
Yeah, Anthony.
Who knows what this guy's doing?
What's going on?
Elf wants me to add her into the room.
Yeah, go ahead.
Him.
Yeah, by all means. What? In what world would I tell the elf no?
No, yeah,
Yeah.
Elf is cool.
Yeah, where they haven't
Hello.
joined yet. I do. If they never
Hi.
did, they come in?
Elf did, not
Oh, no, that's fine.
Silver.
Yeah, if Mighty or
Uh,
Silver winds up coming into the
We
call.
just wanna.
Mighty Mouse.
Don't say it's a debate step. Let's just try to get him in the call, okay? Don't shitpost yet. We want to get him in the call. We don't want to scare him off.
Okay, not yet.
Yeah.
But if he could find his Twitter or anything, that's you know,
Yeah, I know.
just
What are some of his screen names?
debate. No, agreed to one.
The Mighty what?
Well, we would like to understand you, sir, and you're fine, Leo.
Oh, that's fabulous.
You know, we'll see if we've jumped the gun here.
Fabulous. Yeah.
I'm asking Fabulous see if what's
well, I mean, didn't
I might have to change the title of the video.
I'm sorry. Didn't this guy like kind of go like, well, I want a chance to talk about
Yeah.
this.
I'd like to hear his perspective.
Yeah, honestly.
That's fine,
So
yeah.
this is a good shot at that.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
The
Somehow
exact supposedly
manages-
this is the exact thing dude wanted. He should get
If for some reason he manages
jumping
to
at this
change our minds
opportunity is my
and
point.
convince us that Toon is a good person,
Yes.
I will give him $1,000.
Hey.
Hey kids,
Yeah.
Oh,
the
no.
FNGR show.
Isn't it?
I doubt it. I really fucking doubt it.
If he does join, I'm going to keep a very calm head and try not
You
to
might
yell,
want to
but I
mute.
will tell.
You might want to
No,
mute.
I'm not gonna scream. I'm just going to tell him,
Okay.
hey man,
Buried
I've
the
got work to
Special
do.
Olympics.
If you scream, I'm gonna scream.
All right. You're both pretty.
My roommate's
stout.
gone, so I can scream as loud as I fucking
Please
want
stop.
to.
No,
Oh,
we're not gonna scream.
is
We're
that,
not gonna scream.
Oh.
Is that
please.
true?
Who's asking?
We'll see.
Why do you have
My line-
interest
Alright,
in
my
my
line
roommate
is-
being
Hold
gone
it,
for the
Hold it,
week?
hold it, let me read this off. My line is simple. Toon didn't commit a crime. You may paint his actions as immoral or otherwise inappropriate, but that being said, he is not a pedophile. It is just silly, more an insult to victims and real victims. Well, come on in.
No, I got a new decibel meter I want to try out. That's all.
My dad has
Oh,
one.
man.
Whenever he thought us kids were being too loud, he would use it, and it was like,
Buttons, you are not helping.
Yo, Buttons,
We-
let's
Hey, Buttons, we're trying to
Okay.
get him in the call.
what we're doing is we're trying what I'm trying to do is dissect what he's saying, you know?
Buttons, if you do that again, I'm going to ask you to leave. And if you
Okay.
don't, you're not coming back.
All right.
Got it. I understand the definition is a sexual attraction to a minor. Come in the call.
Please.
Toon was and must agree the inaccurate sexual.
I'm just gonna link him to Kiwi Farms page later. Because
Okay.
it has all the evidence we need, to be honest. I know I've shat on Kiwi Farms in the past, but I think it's generally a good source of information this time.
We have the confession.
Yeah, that too.
That's pretty solid. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Call me a goofy bastard. If he could.
That's fine. That's basically enough. But you know, if you remember the last time one time we had someone in live stream go, "Yes, I was a pedophile," not knowing if he was a pedophile or not. So that might be enough.
Let's
to
define
convince-
interaction. Let's define.
Define.
What your definition of is.
We want to talk, hopefully civilly.
Yeah. No, thank you. I'm aware of your community's tendencies.
Tendencies.
Oh.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah. No.
Excuse me?
I beg
What's
your
that
pardon?
supposed to
Did
mean?
you assume my tendencies?
Yeah.
What
A tendency to what?
Yes.
You assume
I beg your pardon.
You don't... Tendencies.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did the guy
Tendencies?
from Chris Chan land
According to perception,
judge me?
Which
This
ultimately,
guy saying he's better than us?
He thinks he's
Hang
better
on.
than us.
He thinks he's better than us.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Tendencies.
Tendencies indeed. Jesus.
I would like the 3-piece chicken tendencies combo.
chicken tendencies.
Chicken tendencies
tendencies.
combo. I wanna get,
Look, I did read off one of these remarks, and this is the best way I would describe Kiwi Farms. It's a blowtorch. It is neither good nor bad. It is a tool.
That is true. That is true.
I didn't say the people on there were tools. I said that the site itself is a tool.
You weren't calling anyone a tool.
No, there may or may not be people on there. It's hard to tell with all.
How
the
would you
non-
know? Yeah, how the hell would
Oh
you
my
know?
god,
Other
this
people
guy's
on
an
Kiwi
idiot!
Farms.
What did he say?
Rude.
There's some
No,
clever
fucking
4chaner for Christians. I appreciate
He
the
thought-
wordplay.
He thought Chris Chan was a fucking.
he doesn't
I-
know who Chris Chan is.
Isn't Christian?
Question
I mean, he
mark?
thinks Toon Critic's a nice guy, so there you go.
Okay, yeah,
someone,
I don't-
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
messaged me and said, "I warned you guys. He's stubborn."
Yeah,
Yep.
well,
I did not agree to any debate, and I am in no way obligated.
But he was like, I was told that he was one of the people who wanted to talk. Like, what?
No, it's not. That's see, like I think you put the word debate in there, and it just kind of like
I, no,
that
I didn't.
preloads
Oh
that
my
with
God,
a
is
bunch
this-
of expectations. You should just
I
it's
didn't
just a
say
chat,
that.
man.
Yeah,
This
like,
dude
I
is
didn't say that.
literally.
This is just a little stroll down conversation avenue. We're not
Several
trying to
people are
debate
typing.
anyone here.
Yeah.
This is just me saying, okay, explain what you mean by that.
Oh, Silver Honey.
Can I call?
Does anyone got his profile?
Yep,
I can pull it up.
Yeah.
I've got it.
Could you
well.
someone Gyazo and slap that in the call?
So
Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
for those who didn't notice, basically he was like, oh, you can label his actions as inappropriate or potentially immoral, but Toon is not a pedophile.
Objectively
To
wrong.
which I asked him to define pedophile. He said that it was an individual with an attraction to kids. We have Toon's admission to himself that he knowingly has interacted sexually with minors and seems to have no intention of stopping due to any moral or other form of disinterest.
Oh, whoops. Damn it. I've
then-
clicked on that. So it's a silver hashtag 3038. Oh, damn, my Tourette's is acting up. Oh,
3-0. Sometimes I just yell random numbers.
yeah.
Anyway, basically, so, Toon quite obviously
I've been
admitted
trying
that
to
he just was talking to kids and didn't have any intention of stopping and was very interested in continuing. So he fits the specific definition this dude gave of pedophile. So
Yeah.
that was seemed like the
Where
kind
do
of
you,
person
where do you go
who
from
just
there,
kinda,
really?
Yeah, that was easy. Like I didn't even have to like open up any books or anything. I just that didn't need any kind
I
of
didn't
symbolic
even
logic
need Google,
whatsoever.
dude.
That was literally just a basic
Zero
fucking
calls
syllogism.
made.
Yeah.
No expert witness.
Why do you even leave the
I'm
room?
trying to get him back in the call. I'm trying to get him back in the call.
He left the room.
He left the room. Yeah.
I know.
GG.
I'm trying to see if he'll come back. I said it wasn't a bait. Step is a shitposting teenager. He likes to rile people up. Regardless, I'm aware of the vitriol associated with those prison and those in the pony community in general, and I'm not inclined to take part. Oh.
Well, tell you what, if we no offense, Step, if we have to offer to throw out Step, if he agrees, we'll
Yeah.
sadly have to proceed
Okay.
without you.
You can point
Wasn't
out
even
that
lying.
there's a couple of us in this room who aren't even in the Brony fandom.
Yeah, you got like me.
I mean, like, if you even look at my Discord profile, there's nothing to indicate pony. It's
Are you a fuck? Are you a fucking normal fag?
No, they're enough.
Oh.
yeah, I'm
Oh.
a magical elf.
Okay. I know who you are now.
Yeah, I'm the elf. Hi, I'm
Gigi.
Presley.
The elf, yeah.
For Leto, you two get along. You were
No,
I
fight,
cons-
fight,
I
fight.
consider both of you guys valuable lieutenants in my army. You knocked that shit off.
Okay, so I said I'm not even a
I want
brony.
Wait, when did I
other.
become a lieutenant? I thought I was an independent contractor.
Oh, I'll take
Oh,
that.
there he
Oh,
goes. I'm an independent operative.
So wait, so what you're
of course.
so what you're saying? So wait a minute. So
I'm
what you're
your fucking MI6.
so what you're saying is you're a sleazy hitman. I like those too.
Okay, cool. All right,
So I
an
said,
independent
guys-
operative. No connection to anyone. I love it.
So
So, yeah,
That's me.
so he's Bubba Fett.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said I'm not even a brony, and we can kick that guy out so he doesn't get you. He said no need. I have no interest. I thought you were related to another person asked about Toon, one whose questions are pending. I see now that was not the case.
Oh,
We have questions.
yeah, we have calls. Yeah,
We still have questions.
We have
you know?
inquiries,
I'm sure.
quizzes, enigmas.
Again,
Standardized
that
test.
guy who-
Wait, we have a whole fucking SAT for him.
I got a laser printer and a
Okay,
whole
guys,
ball of
guys.
string here. I got enough thumbtacks to go all
I
day.
said, again,
Laser
the guy
printer?
who said it's a debate.
Laser?
just-
Really?
Oh, shut up! Let Button speak.
Didn't even lie.
Thank
about it.
you. All right. I said, again, that guy who said it's a debate just wanted to rile you up.
No, I
We
wasn't.
do have questions. Yes, he said you may ask them, but I won't be joining the recording session. We aren't recording, technically.
Hold on. Let him think.
Who likes bacon? We all like bacon.
I don't like bacon. Fuck you.
I was
Well,
gonna
the elf
yell
is a
teacher
baconless
one.
bastard. There you go.
Okay, if you do not like my assumptions, please those who represent you better. Again, the guy who said it is a debate, just trying to rile you up. We can gladly kick him
What are you talking about?
and actually.
Well, look, Steph,
have
I love you,
a
but if we have to
discussion.
get that to get you in here, or you could switch your name. Switch
But
your
he'll
avatars.
still be because he'll still be acting the same, and we want him to.
He
act
has
I
no
lied about
capability
Like,
to
like
act
Brony
differently.
Inspector's gonna act behave in here. Come
Yeah.
on.
I lied about
Well,
nothing.
I know. But
Talking,
he's
let's
like,
talk about how
At least
people
Brony
don't.
Inspector didn't come right out the gate and say, "Oh, we want a debate." Like, no, that automatically
Mr.
made the
Catalytic
guy
Wanted to
converter
change our
over
mind
here.
about Toon. I didn't lie about
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm no catalytic
I didn't lie about
converter.
a single thing.
Oh my god. Step, you absolute fucking...
I
Bowl
lied
of
about everything.
autism.
Oh,
Thank you.
I was trying
An
to say
actual
something
bull.
actually printable.
an actual bull.
whatever.
Not really.
I'm trying to clean up my speech, you know?
Okay.
Oh
Discussion through
yeah.
text
Oh, all the
is-
way.
All right, he said discussion through text is just as, if not far more reliable.
Far more reliable.
Well, then have him come back in the room.
Then, if you can come back, we can continue
Then-
from where I began.
Yes.
And
I will read all of his lines.
Okay,
This
excellent.
magnificently.
Could you
as
do
I
the
can.
Dr. Wolf voice for his lines?
Oh yes, of course I can.
oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Any
Please
day of the
come
week.
to the room and we can type the discussion.
Give me a second.
You won't need to join the call.
I need to
If-
go, like, clean up some trash.
Okay.
Holy shit,
Alright,
I got a
then.
whole mountain of it next to my desk. What the fuck happened last night?
You
Did
had a
you
real
let a
good
bunch of
time.
sexy nightlife raccoons into your room?
Who is Wizard Fan 101?
I have no idea.
Let's see. They're in Limbo, Minty's Lounge, and Pillow Fort.
Is that Elf?
Oh, yeah, no,
No.
that's Step.
Oh,
He's
okay.
just- he
Yeah,
just-
no, that's fine. Good move. All right. that's
Sigh,
fine.
if you insist. Alright, let me add him back.
Okay, we
and-
got him back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't
Alright.
say that I won't move heaven and earth for all you fine, lovely, beautiful people in the chat.
Thank you. Thank you. Alright.
With the quality content that you expect. Oh, he was in the call for a moment.
Fucking cunt.
Oh.
Now, Bronyinspector, I'll have you know, I canceled the hookup last night.
Okay.
So, I don't know what the fuck happened.
His mesh tank top was at the cleaners, so he had to call it off.
I know exactly what happened. You had a good old time at the hot tub last night. Well,
So, we do have a
I-
question.
I didn't even bring bring my clothes with me to college of those kind of clothes, you know?
None of my sexy furry costumes.
Nah, man, I left the sex box with my parents.
It's safe and sound in my mom's house.
I should have given it to my mom.
Should we
God
bring the
knows my
costumes? We're
stepmom
gonna
probably
go
is
post
trying it on.
Yeah.
She's like poking around in your room. What's this?
Man.
Oh,
Actually, no.
honey, I found those a long time ago.
How could you find it a long time ago? Cause it's like
Mothers have their ways, dear.
now. See, if you just increase the pitch of that a little more, you sound almost exactly like my stepmom.
Your mom is
No,
like freaking Dr. Girlfriend from Venture
Like
Brothers.
a girl.
Is that like a
Oh, wait. Let me take it away, Bronyinspector.
What are we? Okay.
Why don't all of you tell me what I either don't know or you believe me to believe? What? Wait. Why don't you all of you tell me what I either don't know or you believe me to believe, and then I will give you a full-length response. If you're interested in telling me I'm incorrect, do so. You may say pass to those who need to do so.
Who need not do so.
Who need not do so? Okay.
Jesus.
Oh, I know. I blew that reading, guys.
Alright, let's let Anthony.
I'm just getting warmed up here.
Let me
Come
do
on.
a barrel trick here.
Yeah. Ooh.
No.
Oh my god.
See, this is what. This is perhaps the house show. Oh,
What's
I've
more
seen
in
that.
English because your
I've
grammar
seen
is
that
horrible.
one.
Perhaps you should get
Oh, that's a good one.
So now I see why they do it. It works pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I had the timestamp like the last video. It was fairly early on, I
You
think.
really have trouble grasping the language, don't you, boy?
There we go.
Ooh,
At least I'm-
ooh, the sassafras on this
Ooh.
one.
He thinks I'm young.
Oh, the sassafras.
Yeah. I'm just a baby or whatever. What do they call it? The freaking
Bobby.
Bobby. Yeah.
Babby. Babby.
Babby.
I haven't heard
Really
that
have
since.
trouble grasping the language,
That's
don't
actually
you,
one of my
boy?
pet names for my
Oh,
boyfriend.
man.
I call him Babby.
Literally Leo Convoy.
I'm gonna read him as Ice-T from now on.
All right, if you say so.
No, I think you're inexperienced in the ways of the world.
Yo.
Yo.
I could. Oof. Oof, honey.
Jesus.
Hey, Silver. I'm a man of the world. I've been to a town.
Yeah,
A sense
maybe
of-
Silver. Maybe I want to talk and look at porn in the stream instead of reading
Yeah.
off your text. Ever think about that? You rude, inconsiderate man. You.
I'm a man of the world. If it's a man of the world you want to talk to.
Jesus Christ.
That's a little
Fought
much
in
there. For...
Vietnam.
How old is Silver before you keep doing that?
Yeah, I'm
I know.
sorry. Yeah, I'm probably already done too much.
Yeah.
Alright, let me ask Fab.
Okay.
How old be?
Wow,
Is
this
this
little
an
bitch is high and mighty.
Yeah, well, he's and you would know, Elf. He's definitely laying on the sassafras. That is for sure.
No, he just wants to be an incompetent little bitch.
See, me being from a dumb part
Laziness
of the
and incompetent by any other name. Well,
I'm
but
sorry that
if
I
you
haven't the
must
energy to put
know-
into typing since my mind vastly outpaces my fingers.
country, I'm thrilled enough to see how
I'm-
vastly off topic we are. Oh,
Oh, and he's
See,
out.
I know he was
Oh,
just a
and
grumpy
he's
little
out.
cunt who just wanted
I
to
sent him
fucking leave.
everything. Hold on.
Well,
To be fair, you know,
were-
Anthony,
Elf,
you were
what
kind
did
of
you do?
you were kind of an idiot, and you tried to egg him into the call when he wasn't gonna, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
promised he wasn't gonna have to. So it's your fucking fault, man.
Okay.
Hold on,
To be
Elf.
fair,
All
though,
right, so it could be
motherfucker's, like,
Anthony's
Do you think
fault.
he would?
Sentence
All right. You know what?
structure is
I will
horrendous.
give you that, but I want you to ask you a question. Was he really gonna get in?
Oh,
No.
Like-
Okay.
he's 20 and lives with his mom.
No,
Yeah,
but
he
we
knows how
wanted
the
to at
world
least
works,
type.
alright.
We wanted to get information out of him, and he could have typed it to us.
A
I sent
man
him
of
on
the
the
world.
Indeed.
So
I mean, he was being pretentious as fuck, and
He
I
was.
probably would have made him into a fucking pedant if we had gone much longer.
Well, that wouldn't
but
have taken long, but I think we were
Fair.
well on that road.
Yeah.
yeah,
He's a
he
pretentious
became
cunt.
pedantic.
He's a pretentious cunt, and I would gladly shoot him in the face with a
She-
square
Ah.
pistol.
Aquarius the Fox Kiddo. Sure, blame FNGR because it's his fault. Okay, fuck you too, Aquarius.
alright, I sent him the same thing I sent him earlier.
Oh wait, I like this one. I am the man of the world, Ma. Hot pockets now.
I sent him. I basically. Let me read this off. I sent him the link to the Kiwi Farms thread and the call where he admits it. Like, here's all the evidence that Toon is indeed a pedophile. He sent ERP logs to a minor after knowing their ages. He even admitted in the call. And this smooth-brained guy, he was like, "I am not interested in your Illuminati call."
Well, no. Let's do one better than that. You tried to get the girl to meet up with you IRL.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's say for
Oh,
whatever
let me-
bullshit reason. Okay, let's say you don't believe the
Let me
ERP
tell
is.
him that.
You
Let me
had
tell him that.
intent to get the kid to come out and sleep with you IRL. That's it.
You can't keep.
Isn't that enough to arrest them on to catch a predator?
Yes,
I mean, that's
But
what
they
they
have to show
would
up,
have.
right? Yeah.
that's enough to get Chris Hansen
You get Chris Hansen with that.
peeking around your corner.
I could hang on. Let me tell him. I do know he tried to have intent to meet up with a child in real life as far as pedophilic behaviors go. So that is a little more than just roleplay.
Tell you what, if he could sit down and explain the call, just the call.
Just copy what I sent and send it to him.
Hang on, glitch. People are texting me.
How the fuck is this Toon Kritic shit not ended already?
Because
It's
he's
been
not in jail. Same reason why.
oh, fair.
You know, I could theoretically go back to the Kiro thing since
There we
he's
go.
starting
That's
to creep back in, right?
That's the.
He's trying to
best
sneak
order
back in
conversation
through Instagram. You haven't caught up on that?
Oh, I heard that he
Yeah.
was trying to do it through Discord again.
That's
but-
basically our
And
conversation.
this child's
Yeah.
name is We Have Left Her Anonymous.
Ooh.
You know, it's a good thing too. There's that transparency report that's coming out in April
What
Transparency?
transparency
What's that?
report?
for Discord. They're.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah, That's
I haven't
right.
forgotten about that at all. Oh no.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not even. I can't even make this
Oh, wait,
up.
super chat.
And this child's name
What's up,
is oddly,
FNGR? Put the heat on Toon Kritic and hope is all is well. We were trying to talk to some gentleman named Silver, in Discord. Let's.
we could use this to our advantage. He just left me a message. Oddly, I assumed you were the child. Don't take that as an insult. You said victim. What is the child's name? I don't think that's right. Should we use that to our advantage, or?
What do you mean?
He said, "I thought you were the victim/child."
So
Talking to me.
I thought he said that there wasn't a victim.
You know, that's the yeah. He said, but he's not. Yeah.
I'm confused.
Jeez, I wonder what Silver 3038. I don't know why I'm saying those numbers, but
Yeah.
Well, he said victim in parentheses, but he said, "Oh, and this child's name is." Oddly, I assumed you were the child. Don't take that as an insult. You said you said in quotations victim. Well,
I'm really
you got pissed
tempted
at
to
me
go
for
get some
you.
ice
You got pissed at me for saying I know about pedophilia, so I'm not gonna say that.
No, he's not in here now. I just
Yeah. All right.
yeah. There's nothing that could happen now that he's out of the room.
Well,
All
I mean,
right. Well, me
here's-
type
can't
this
keep
one out
saying
and
he
say,
isn't pedo.
here's my part.
Yeah. All right. Let's
Um,
see. Sorry for the rest of them. I am genuinely trying to discuss the issue at hand. Laugh my ass off. I believe it, but that's the way it goes. Anyways, you say Toon is not a pedophile. You then define pedophilia as an individual who has a sexual attraction to children. Toon himself confessed, after many thorough explanations of his interactions with minors, that he flirted extensively with minors. Well, participated in erotic roleplay to the best of my knowledge that he did. I thought he confessed to that. And had an intention to pursue a child to meet up in real life. That's also true. Had the intention of being sexual. Yeah. Can we not conclude that your claim of Toon not being a pedophile is contradictory? And I'm waiting for his response to be, it's the fandom's fault.
It's all
You
the
know what?
fandom's fault.
You know what? There's also a part in the chat logs with the child when it was censored where he outright said, "Hey, I'm a pedophile, aren't I?" and kept going.
This fandom's coming apart at the seams.
I sent him all the evidence. He's just going to keep being stubborn. And put his fingers in his ears and go, "It doesn't matter. He's not a pedo. I promise."
He's not.
This guy seems like the type of guy who'll just go, this person isn't a pedophile, gets mountains of evidence, probably even like a court, saying,
Figures.
oh yeah, they're a pedophile. Then still looks someone in the eye and go, no, this person isn't a pedophile.
They just grew up in a bad household and environment.
I mean, he was raised by two moms.
Wait. I also got a better word
Oh.
to say. Also, in essence, sexting is text with sexual.
Wait, there's more.
Wait.
Sexting is literally just a portmanteau of sexual texting.
Okay.
It's like
Well, exactly.
Hold it.
And what I'm trying to
No,
what I'm trying to say is
Anthony, you
sexting-
called it.
Oh my god.
You
What I'm trying to
absolutely
say-
called it.
What?
What I'm trying to say is.
He's gonna blame. He's gonna
Blame
blame.
fandom.
Not interrupt.
let Buns finish.
What I was trying to say is, I could tell him, isn't in itself sexting a child illegal by some manner because it is considered a pedophilic act. So therefore, by performing a pedophilic act, is that not in itself pedophilia?
If we're
Nigga,
being
what?
extremely pedantic about the law, I think within the very letter, because of the fact that text is not necessarily as traceable on some services, it's not 100% fair to charge people based on interactions with minors on the internet,
And I
which
know
are merely
that, but I'm
text,
just
but I'm
I'm
not
just trying
completely
to
certain
bring
on
May
that.
I read
I'm
off
not.
Farleto's
Yeah.
text here because I'm trying to give something to the chat. As you said too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already get this part. Silver. The fact is, the majority of them are vile and full of venom. Recording, harassing, stalking, otherwise accusing the world of wrongdoing, while being so
Yeah.
flawed. I fail to see how.
Hang on,
being-
Anthony.
Yeah.
How old was the person that Toon was pursuing?
Was it
Or can we get
14 or 15? What was it, Buttons?
The child,
Yes, the original.
she was 14, 15 years old.
Okay. That's why I don't join the call. It was.
And how old is Toon, and where is he from? And where
He's
was the child
20
from?
He's 20-something years old. She's from Philippines because at one point he said, "Oh, well, she's legal where she is."
And he's
He's 20. If I can remember correctly, I think he's 26, 7.
20. Well, where is he from? Where's Toon from?
Chicago.
Chicago. Okay.
Suburb. Anyways. It was a predictable outcome, alright, so you asked a fair question, I'll answer. You got vitriol, but it's understandable. I'm probably the most controlled, even though I may have some worse shit in my life than the rest of them. To the best of my knowledge, that the police were interested in him, they just didn't feel it was a strong enough charge to bother.
And what's being flawed? Like, what do you? This guy thinks he's better than. Oh my god!
Well, hang on. I'm trying to ask him. I'm basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to ask him. Well, this would be considered this, right? Yeah. Well, then wouldn't that be considered what he did? You know, I'm trying to use this where it's like, oh, well, sexting is just texting sexually, right? Well, wouldn't that be sexual roleplay? And isn't, you know, doing that with a minor as well as asking for photos, sexting a minor? And wouldn't that be illegal? You know, I'm trying to get him to admit it without realizing he's admitting it, kind of.
How does he justify asking to go meet the kid? That's what I'm asking.
All right, how would one justify him wanting to meet up with a child at a convention and pursue his sexual fantasies and role plays with her?
I would also remind him, if this were your child, would you feel comfortable with Toon Kritic meeting up with said kid?
And if this were your child, sibling, what have you, who is a child you love, would you, in that position, feel comfortable an adult would want to do that with your child? He did. How would one justify? And then he said yes, asking for photos of a minor nude and receiving them
We
is
are
illegal.
typing to a gentleman named Silver. I'm talking to the chat. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. In fact, it's a. All right. He said yes, asking for photos of a minor nude and receiving them is illegal. In fact, it's a smoking
He
gun.
seems to defend Toon Critic. That's
Yes.
the short answer.
He left the room. We got him in here twice, and we're having to DM back and forth.
Yeah.
If you look back earlier in the stream, we had him in here. He refused to come in the call. He said he felt
All right. He
ganged up
said.
on.
Hang on.
You know what? I think I have a theory as to why he doesn't want to go into the call. He probably has like some horrendous speech impediment, or he's like severely autistic and it fucks with his ability to speak and he's embarrassed about it.
That could be the case. I could ask him.
Or he's extremely mentally challenged and he has difficulty processing anything through an auditory medium.
Okay. Okay. So I
think
said
it's-
if it were. Hang on. He said, if it were my child, I'd be disgraced at the kind of company she keeps, be it him or any of those and avid toxic stalkers.
So he's blaming the people
Hang
around
on,
the
what?
kid.
I need
Wait,
a screenshot of
all right,
that.
so let me. I not friend with the girl or the victim. I've never met her. I've never talked to her. I've never expressed an interest to. Fuck is he on?
All right.
I'm trying not to blurt out.
Yeah.
I don't remember it entirely off the top
No,
of my head, but yeah.
I won't.
No.
I won't divulge that information.
No. It's
He
kind of
said-
floating around, but I'm not going to repeat it.
Yeah, he said I'd be disgraced at the kind of company she keeps, and yes, most of you don't know who or care are stalking him if we'd like to go into definitions. While that is the case, it's not because we think it's fun. We do it because we do not want him to go after any other children and have new victims.
You can go watch 40K anytime you want to, DCP.
Okay, here we go. It took me a while to formulate this, but here you fucking go.
Alright, let's take a look at this. Silver, the fact the majority of... Okay, you already got this part. They've got vitriol, but it's understandable and the most controlled, even though I might have the worst shit in my life. Here we go. The individual, to the best of my knowledge, was teetering
Towards legal age.
No, that's not...
Teetering towards legal age.
I'll get back to that. They did the role play, not illegal. The smutted imagination.
Imagination, no substitute for genuine physical content, and
What?
What?
He got cold feet and didn't meet her. didn't go to the literal thing and everyone is worked up about. Okay, so let's get back to that.
Hang on. Read mine. I address literally fucking everything.
Toon is from Chicago, citizens of the U.S. who cross national border. Yeah, there we go. Are held to a federal age of consent. That's what I'm led to believe. The child was talking to was 14 or 15, approaching the legal age for her residency in the Philippines, albeit still far below the United States federal age of consent of 18. This is before we even factor in that Toon himself is in mid to late 20s, leading to some highly alarming moral implications to the very letter of the law. Technically, sexting is not very easily enforceable, but exchanging nude photography is most definitely against the law if they are being sent to those under 18. He also solicited hers, which would be child pornography in the United States.
Exactly. That's why I say it's if they are of or being sent to those under 18.
It is
an international standard, not even just the laws of some country or other.
Toon didn't go to meet her because he was spotted before he could get away with going there. Not out of a lack of intent or trying. He had an image to protect. When I was a child, I had a similar situation. It was wrong. Yeah, if there's proof that he actually called this off, it would be new to me. Let's have it.
Right. My understanding was, he just didn't go because he got caught before he could.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Let's read off step pieces for the hell of it. You kept saying he isn't a pedo. That's enough to get Chris Hansen peeking around the corner. Of course, he didn't fuck her offering. It is enough to be a pedo. Lol. If all you were simply according to plan, I'm sure he wouldn't be able to say if. Again, he wanted to meet up with a minor. He had an intention to sleep with her. He is objectively a pedo, but keeping your fingers in your ears, don't listen. I gave you the evidence. Nothing? Silver, are you ready to speak now or blather about how righteous you are? I can't remember one time where Step has been righteous. Anybody?
No.
It invades. I am really tired right now. Personally, I'm willing to discuss the matter, but ad hominem and impatience aren't useful.
No one was being ad hominem.
Where's an example of ad hominem here?
Yeah,
I'm not
like
sure
to hear that.
Using that term
you are
correctly.
asserting something. If he can state and he can prove that it's incorrect, and on what level? I have 4 of these conversations going at once, all at the same time, due to your party's...
Oh, wow, it's as if we wanted to get him in this call or something.
Yeah, righteous. How am I being righteous? What poor judgment. There's evidence. There's a confession. That poor judgment came from Toon for ERPing with a minor in the first place. We were willing to discuss this, but you left twice. Why not come into the call and explain why you're right? And we agreed to be civil, and I don't get the problem is. And let's see here. Left to the obvious reasons, too inept to understand the conversation is over. Okay.
All right. So
oh no, he's typing.
He said the thing about the stalking, and I said, while that is the case, it's not because we think it's fun to stalk him. We do it because we do not want him to go after any other children or new victims. I know he's a victim of off and online pedophilia, had damages, and I don't want a child to go through the damage and pain I have. And aside from pedophilia, he's also groped women, sexually harassed women, emotionally abused a lover of his, and he also sent a photo of her to her in sexual context. He sent a photo of himself in his boxers, and soliciting photos sexually to yourself to a minor is illegal.
Weird lad. That's a lot.
Huh? We have a lot of intent.
I was wondering how we could possibly defend Toon's actions at this point.
Yeah.
I noticed he said something about real victims of offline pedophilia, so I'm going to assume he thinks that because it wasn't offline, that it isn't as severe as other acts that's happened online.
Okay, so online doesn't count. That's a classic. That is one of the rarer arguments to pop up, but I have heard that one.
That's the one I made when I was 14 to get my mom to
Online
shut up.
doesn't count.
That sounds like a performance major thing. If the child is mature enough.
Boy.
Right. Well, see, here's the thing. Online doesn't count is really just a funny logic circle of if the minor consents. Like it's just when you want to boil it down to what it is.
Even let's for the sake of idiocy, even if we said that the fact that he wanted to take it off from the internet to online, that's plenty still. I think the consent fucking supersedes that.
No, Dedoy.
Even
the minor
even if we
consents, no.
Well,
online doesn't count. No.
As someone who's been through both, I could say yes, it does. Like, holy shit, what the hell? It's still just as damaging.
Like that's the thing. Like saying online doesn't count. Like every predator in the world was like, good. People think online doesn't count. Cool. I can continue using this tool to conduct my predatory actions. Like the whole point is that you're trying to diffuse this fucking really effective tool of online interaction that every fucking predator has figured out they can exploit. Would be one reason to continue going after Toon.
Yeah, and see, the thing is like, because even if it's online, it doesn't matter because they are still using the internet to manipulate a child who doesn't understand the circumstances and use it for their own sexual pleasure and gain against that child and what they know.
Could someone ask him what he would consider counting? Yeah, have him come back and at least say that. What would you consider counting in the purpose of an online predator? Or they just don't exist? What would you consider an online predator? How's that? Straightforward. Bing, bang, boom. I'd like to hear that.
How do you define that? Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
What would you consider as an online predator in your definition?
Yes.
Timestamps on YouTube videos is what
you said. Since I saw you said,
according to YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, and
that's something like that annoyed me. I was like, what? That's something pedos do? Aww. Timestamps are great. You can riff over the video in the comment section. No, it's just a thing pedos do.
I don't think they mean every timestamp, man. I think they specifically meant, in kids' videos.
Yeah, probably. But this will just be like, oh yeah, when you see someone using timestamps, that's a dog whistle for the rest of them.
Click on the timestamp if it takes you to something like,
Well, but what, you know how the internet is. Starts smelling conspiracy around every corner. You think timestamps in general are safe?
Okay, yeah, Fabula wants in. I had to double check on my side computer because I didn't want to click on their thing.
I don't have her Discord. Let me get it.
I got him. 1 second.
Alright.
Fab. Ladies and gentlemen, the gift that keeps on giving. Fabula.
Okay, so
wait. Oh, I just wanted to say he just sent me online predator, intentional seeking those underage, usually masking identity and trace of self and seeking them out. As to that, if you're insulted, you don't understand those who have suffered the same fate as you. If you saying the guy is the bane of all evil. Also, I just learned something. What did he just learn?
Here, hold that thought. I've got to read.
As I was gonna say,
I think he was. Yeah, go on. Sorry, you just got here and were trying to say a thing. I won't.
No, he does not have a speech impediment. He might even be the one that's stalking all of you guys' channels and informing him whenever a video is made about him, considering how quickly he found out about my video.
Okay. So let me get this.
Ooh, that might be why he doesn't want to join the call. He might actually know that Anthony is streaming.
Yeah. So anyways, Overlord of Knives.
And he might be going from the ad hominems of me calling him a stupid and shit.
Okay, so anyways, if I could read off the super chat. This guy must be a fucking idiot if he's trying to defend Toon. He must be secretly fucking Toon's ass and doesn't want to be judged for it. Possibly.
Oh,
Sorry, he just told me. Alright, so he just said, something I learned courtesy of one of the more civil people in the group. She's legal in a region is what I was told. And I'm going to say, while she's legal in a region, internationally speaking, if someone were to cross international lines...
Whoever is doing that needs to stop.
Or someone...
Elf.
I'm sorry, my heater just turned on. I can't control that.
Oh, mute. Thank you.
While she's legal in her region, internationally speaking, if someone were to cross international lines or have the child cross lines, they would be faced.
Oh boy, here's this.
With federal charges.
I'm reading this off. Someone asked who's in the call. Stepulus, and Stepius.
The Steplantula.
Stepulus Catholic missionary.
No, it's Stepulus, Fabula, Farleto, Buttons. You goddamn people. Elf, AZ, Bronyinspector. There we go. Yes. I got them all. That's everybody.
Oh, this guy gives me such a headache.
Yeah.
Yes?
Alright, I'll read off Farleto's post here.
Actually, hang on. Let me correct a thing.
Okay, sure. I'll give it a second.
There we go.
Oh, okay,
Is it back
so, Rouge just let me know. He also knows about Rose's call since they're friends. So yeah, he knows about you guys.
Okay.
Well, he's friends with Hateful on Discord.
Okay,
I know, I figured he knew who we were.
Okay,
that was
Silver. Citizens of the U.S. Google age of consent gets a hell of a lot worse than 14. Apologies for my slowness. Not accepted. Trying to get facts right while other conversations are played out. Wait, she's legal where she lives, the Philippines. I can express how comically this is to me. That said, I don't mean to downplay your experiences and apologize for it. Anyways, yes, exchange nude photos is illegal. Did he do that? More to the point, did she do it? Farleto, age of consent in the United States varies by state, and the average for the majority of the country is 16. That said, the federal government establishes the age of consent for federal and transactional cases to be 18. Just because someone is legal in their country or even their state of province doesn't waiver a citizen's responsibility to keep the laws of their own country. A citizen of the U.S. traveling abroad is expected to ensure all individuals they interact with are sexually over the age of 18. This is absolutely the case here. If you want to defend from a route of age of consent, don't try to debate law. My parents recently had me start talking with a local organization about talking. Who is breathing into their mic? Okay, thank you. About talking about my experiences. I know it all like the back of my hand. He did it. He entreated her to do it. Enticed might have worked. An adult sending a minor any sexually explicit material has broken the law. No questions. That sounds likely.
Entreatment is the legally correct term. Generally it's either entreatment or coercion.
Okay. That's a new word for me.
But yeah, guys, this guy is literally always like this. Rouge has had a lot of issues with him causing problems, petty arguments that he starts up just because she says one thing. And all this philosophical bullcrap.
Yeah, I haven't seen him demonstrate getting into anything philosophical. He just seems to ignore people when they make points.
He does that a lot. He does that with anything.
Can we get a picture of his OC? You know that one hipster fat guy with the beard? I want to get Silver's OC drawn up like that with the Milady fat dude.
Oh yeah.
That might be the actual Silver.
Oh, I'll take it. Oh, isn't Silver a douchebag that even Sonic fans don't like?
No, that's not him.
Okay.
I don't know what character that is.
Okay.
Let's rip off.
Jesus.
Alright,
I say we take this guy out back with a baseball bat and some fire.
What are you gonna say, Buttons?
Yes, Buttons.
Thank you. Yeah. While I said, well, then I said he planned to meet up with her offline at a convention, and then he said, I feel she, held to the standards of her region, is an adult and will not judge someone so recklessly based on my own preconceived notions. The Japanese don't, or at one time at least, care for excessive violence in most of their stuff and their sexual themes. Well, anime, I'm not going to sit here and call someone a pervert because they are raised in a
Dude,
different
he tried to
environment,
make
and
the
that
lolly
is victim.
argument.
Okay, so hold it. Here's the whole gist of that. That's drawn. That's not even anything to do with
the
this.
lolly argument.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Hang on.
Hang on,
He's typing still.
The button's finished.
He's typing still. I can't understand why he would compare Lolly to literally a man role-playing with a girl.
This is what I mean by going off on random tangents that make no sense.
I don't know how to explain that kind. He said, well, I don't really know how to explain that kind of arrogance.
The fuck?
Arrogance.
I'm
trying to... I've repeated to him, I know where these children come from. How am I arrogant?
Silver.
Empathize.
Silver. I hope to find some of your social media if it exists.
Maybe his Discord will show it if you click on his name, and if not,
Did anybody find anything? You
has
know
a
what?
YouTube.
If any of Silver's friends are watching this right now, and maybe they want $10-20, if you could share some information about the guy, we could work something out.
The lolly argument, huh?
Oh, Jesus.
I wonder what this guy is all about.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Kind of makes me wonder what this guy's all about. This Silver. How old is this? Oh yeah, that's another thing. How old is this guy?
He's mid to late 20s.
Okay. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, I'm a man of the world.
Wait. Somebody said he's on DA? Oh.
He might be. This is from Rouge. Keep in mind, Silver blamed me, Rouge, for his crush on her and told her it was her fault and that she needed to stop. He's literally quite as bad as Toon.
There we go. Here's your thing.
Yeah, if anybody could tweet at me his DA, I would deeply like that.
Now that I know he's like 24 or 25, I can keep doing my man of the world.
I'd like to see the exact law where it implies that if you are to travel, you must only interact sexually with those at the highest of our age cap standards or whatnot. 1 second.
This is a worldly conversation.
So the photos of her nude. Even if she's under 16, so even if. But anyways, Chapter 11718 USC 2423, pursuant to B, so forth.
Section
B forbids traveling in interstate or foreign commerce to engage in illicit sexual conduct. So yeah, anybody in the comment section who's like, I'm gonna go somewhere where it's more no, you can't. Not from America. This is considered one form of sexual tourism. It refers to Chapter 109A, as it's a bright line of defining illicit sexual
conduct as far as non-commercial sexual activity is concerned. For the purposes of ages of consent, the only provision applicable is Chapter 109A 18 U.S. Code 2243 subsection A. Section 2243 subsection A refers to situations where such younger person is under the age of 16 years, has attained 12 years of age, and the older person is more than 4 years older than the 12 to 15-year-old. Children under 12 are handled under Section 2241C under aggravated sexual abuse. So, the age is 12 years if one is within 4 years of the 12 to 15-year-old's age, 16 under all other circumstances. This most likely reflects congressional intent not to unduly interfere with the state's age of consent law, which would have been the case if the age was set to 18 under all circumstances. This law is also extraterritorial in nature to U.S. citizens and residents who travel outside of the United States. So basically, I was slightly wrong. It isn't 18, it's 16, but that still becomes moot because this is a kid who's not even 16.
Do we need to read the rest here, or? Well, skipping past the reading off part here of the whole law since it's on screen, makes it a federal crime to possess or create sexual explicit images of any person under 18 years of age. This creates a federal age of consent of 18 for pornography. Well, that is common anywhere in the United States. Thus, while some conduct covered by the state is highly culpable, these penalties apply even when consensual sex between someone under the age of 18 and someone over the age of 18 is entirely legal under state law. The non-commercial possession of explicit pictures or video clip of the person under the age of 18, such as a cell phone photography of a naked sexual partner under the age of 18 of the person taking the photo, may still constitute series of federal child pornography felony. The sentence for a first-time offender convicted of possessing child pornography under U.S. It's on screen, such as taking a suggestive cell phone of a picture is wait, no, did I read that already? Otherwise, sexual partner under the age of 18 without intent to share or sell the photos. Face fines a statutory minimum of 15 years, holy shit, to 30 years maximum prison. While mandatory minimal offenses do not apply to mere possession of child pornography, it is almost always the case that a person in possession of child pornography is also necessarily guilty of either
receipt of child pornography, which carries a 5-year mandatory minimum sentence, or production of child pornography, which carries a 15-year mandatory minimum sentence. So basically it boils down to, okay, you have it. How the fuck did you get it? Did you receive it? Or did you make it?
Well, who's the name of that one YouTuber, the big one who used to tell the girls to twerk? Because I think he got caught for production.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what?
No,
yeah,
he was producing child pornography by asking them to do something for
His name
him.
was Austin Jones.
Guys, do you perhaps want a cell phone number?
I don't know if I can put that on YouTube. But I do want it.
Doxing is not legal.
We sure don't want to dox this guy.
Technically, hypothetically, this guy's pissing me off. Hey, guy, are you watching the stream right now?
I think he is.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh
boy! I mean, no, hold it. No.
Wait.
All right. No.
Anthony, go.
All right, no, let me do this. Hey, guy, get in the fucking call now. Hey, Step, you still here?
You don't know who,
yeah, Step, I need you to bust out the speech. I need you to bust out the fucking speech.
Anthony, I got 2 words. Pinball machine.
Oh boy, no, we're gonna do. Yeah.
No, it's gonna get worse, and that's just the first thing that jumped to my mind.
Look! You know what? I might have had an excuse during the Draco thing where I might have been really impatient, and I am about to suspend my morals in about a minute. You best get your bitch ass back in this call right now.
I can't even read what he just sent me out loud.
No, tell him to get in the goddamn call. I think let him know what I got or I'm about to get, and tell him to get in the fucking call.
Oh boy!
Phone number. So get in the call.
Yeah.
I can't even read what he just sent me out loud.
Okay, let me read off Silver's remark here. Thank you. I appreciate your directness. Well, I'm being very direct. So much more can be done when you stop yelling because I said so. You're right. Well, I shouldn't have done that, but...
If I may offer an anecdote.
Okay, anecdotal evidence is insufferable to shake off crimes, but okay. You're correct, but if we were in court... I'd take the case closed, but we're not. You're not a judge. You're not a lawyer as far as I know, because we don't know each other. But you're not even in law school. But back to the point. Yeah, fair enough. I'm implying such a chain, but not law. He asked for all those things!
Yeah, fair. I'm studying supply chain. But when you get groomed and violated a fuck ton, you learn not to let anyone ever tell you traumatizing acts are legal.
Yeah, this is exactly what he sent me. I said, how is empathizing with the victims and their experiences arrogant when I've been damaged offline by similar tactics as used with a child when I was younger? He said, you mean judging the individual as a victim based on your standards rather than even their parents' standards. She wasn't a victim. You decided she was, like white people who yell cultural appropriation while not considering what the actual minority it concerns feels. Oh, I know how it feels.
Wait, now.
Here he goes again. He's bringing in... unrelated stuff.
Give me
I
a
know
second.
how it feels, Silver.
Wait, first lolly, now social justice issues? What's next?
Now,
Yes, I decide what is a victim. Yes, I do.
let me take a second.
Yeah.
Some people go through shit and don't even fucking realize they're a victim.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I did.
I'm not going to go into what happened to me, but I'm actually in therapy. And it wasn't until my therapist actually brought up the word trauma that I even recognized, whoa, wait, what I've gone through could actually kind of sort of be traumatizing, you know?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into my details, but I've been in
Yeah.
therapy recently, and I've been doing a
It's-
lot of, and it's taken a lot. So
Like,
yeah,
I know-
yeah,
I know we do a lot of things about vitriol towards people who groom kids, but there's a damn fucking good reason why we have that level of rage about it. I am absolutely sickened by the people who try to justify the things and the dynamics which led to the derailing and destruction of my entire fucking life, you know?
I think what sickens me is he's telling us, even if you're a victim yourself, you don't have the right to say someone else is a victim.
No,
I think
that's not how this fucking works, man.
Well,
Nope.
no, and
I wouldn't have called myself a victim back then. I still have trouble even rationalizing that in my head.
Well, if you need to go take a break, you can.
no, I got it. Like,
Holy fuck.
Calm down, boss. Look, no
It's
one's,
alright.
no one's dumping
He's
on
just
you.
an asshole.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah.
He's just a
As-
pedantic motherfucker.
Chad
Yeah,
has
I'm just
pointed
slightly
out
angry.
I feel like he's just shuffling the card deck of excuses that he's making here. Like,
Alright.
well, damn those guys there. This issue is the reason why it's happening. And
All right,
you're doing
tell you
this.
what, this is what I'm gonna do. Tell him either he gets in the call or Step's gonna get his phone number.
Oh lord. Oh lord. My God, you guys are horrible.
All right, let me take this out. So either you get in the call or a shit poster and someone connected to people who doxes people.
Oh yes, wait. You know what? Maybe I don't have to go the whole extra mile.
You know what?
But I know
Tell
people
him
who will.
Maria's
Will.
calling.
Will.
Hey. Tell him Maria's calling for him too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good times.
My God,
I am
I'm
getting real
actually
pissed off here.
shaking.
You know what? We promised to talk one at a time. Everybody fucking chill. We won't fucking. We'll let him go one at a time here.
Oh, whoa.
Jesus.
Oh, stop trying.
Do you hear what we
So
got,
I
Steph?
told him we have your phone number, so get in the call or else either you get in the call or a shit poster and someone connected to people who doxes people. We have your number and Maria is calling for you.
Oh, Toll's
Oh, boy.
pretty.
You're about to have
Okay.
an entire family.
Countess Rose just said in the chat, "Oh wow, I've never heard of a pedo apologist NPC, but wow." And honestly, I agree.
And if it'll really entice him, we can also bring in Rouge and she can call for him too.
Who?
Just keep
I
that
think,
in Sundays.
Oh man.
Huh?
What's your Anthony? What's your favorite arcade game? Old school arcade game.
So I want to tell people. Wait, I want to.
No, this is related. You'll find out.
No, I
why.
know. No, don't.
No, I. Okay, fine. I want to. Okay. All right.
All right.
A little bit shaky, but
People in the chat were like saying, "Oh, you guys should call yourselves survivors or house of the victims." Sometimes you can't call yourself a survivor if you're not fully healed from it.
I'm not quite there yet.
Leo's
even
busy-
though mine was not.
Leo's currently busy in a call with Sheldon. I don't know what they're doing. If they're having fun, you know what? Leo's had a long week. Let him have fun. Fuck it.
I can still give it to him once the stream's over.
Well, I didn't technically get it yet. I've
I
been
know.
bluffing. Yeah, theoretically, I don't have the number right now. Well, not theoretically. I don't
no.
even have it.
Let me just say this.
Yeah.
Getting the phone turned on.
What?
It's an old phone. It's not her current one, but it's the current number that she has.
Okay.
It's just an old phone.
Well,
It's on.
I'm confused. I thought.
You got to
this-
look up the number on the old phone.
Okay, yeah. Well, have her. Let's have it on standby, shall we?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
we
telling you.
got the gears are in. All right, gears are in motion.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna add him to the group actually, since probably
Yeah, I didn't mean to start the stream. I'm not trying to poach views from Sheldon. Believe it or not.
Type the username of it. Why can't I add people in?
Everyone streams on Sunday.
We gotta kick random pool guy because it's saying the chat's full, so we gotta kick someone.
Yeah, no problem.
If you want me to go, I'll head out.
No, look, we've got we could bump Shiakami and Pool Guy if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, bump
bump
those
them.
guys so I can get him in here.
I don't think is anybody.
FNGR, you have to. You're the head of the group.
Yeah.
What you're going to do is
no, I see it. I see it. There's
people's
Pool Guy.
names. Yeah.
Here we'll kick Shiakami too. Yeah, we're good. We got 2 spots.
All right, let me add him.
Oh, he's back. No. Call.
All right, last screen cap.
Okay, let's read this off. It was wrong, I agree. It was stupid, I agree. Was it worth ruining his life? Yes. People calling up his grandmother and posting on the web in their harassment or stalking. Is it right to stalk the man like an online predator for what? Vigilante How is he like an online predator? How is there a like? How
is it right to stalk the man like an online predator? Basically, the idea is that we are predatory as well for just holding him accountable.
Yeah, he said this in the get-go. like anyone going after Toon is worse than him, pretty much.
Okay, that's
you know line what? The whole time.
Sure, whatever. Ultimately, Toon's already paid for his crime. People have made sure of that. So,
right, he doesn't get to have fun in the fandom anymore. That is definitely that is an equal punishment for what he did. That doesn't seem like he's paid at all.
Silver.
As for him, he's not.
And this is why I don't trust any evidence or testimony provided by any of you. You're stalkers and disgusting.
Well, looks like me being around didn't even help.
All right,
here's the thing.
Let me finish reading this. So, do I think any of the legal action is necessary anymore? No. Who the fuck asked you? The girl is of age in her region. There, she told you she's an adult. She could fuck whoever she wants. Is it right? No. But I'm not arguing morals. You also weren't arguing the law. I'm telling you, she isn't a victim. Okay, Burning Donut. Until the laws of her region change, it won't be a case, and it is absurd to label them a victim. This is contradictory to all the legal statutes that freaking Farleto mentioned, but go ahead. As for him, he's not looking for minors. Fabula, didn't you state otherwise?
I was messaging her about the number. What?
Yeah, I thought he still is.
Isn't Toon still going after underage people online to this day?
Talking to underage people in the server me and Bruce are both a part of.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, so yeah.
If he was not anymore, the war is over. You won. No, Silver. You have now you are now on the chessboard. You could walk away from him, and you have that until I lose my patience here, which I'm kind of get that number. It's Either I'll put it out there as some worse people will. He's not a predator any longer. I don't think you understand.
I don't think you understand.
You have enough to save your ass, maybe. Does it make him suddenly right that you should...
Hold on, Fabula, real quick. So we understand from what you report, he's still kind of acting the predator here around these parts.
I mean, I can't speak for specifics, but he is still around.
Okay.
And
you should give him a chance. Fuck no, but that's okay. You're entitled to that. Oh, you get to tell me where the cow shits. That's amazing. He's entitled to live his life and a better made choices now. I'd like an example of those. Unlike any of these other people, I'm not going to judge based on your past. Well, you could do whatever the fuck you want, I guess. I don't need to. I've made mistakes of my own. I learned from them. And who I was and what I did. It doesn't say shit on who I am.
All right,
now.
Cool. Let's keep the wheels turning on this one, guys.
Well, Farleto, do you want to read off your part here or what?
Oh, sure thing. Just give me a second to.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about online vigilantism, but that motherfucker deserved every last misfortune that came about as a result of his pedophilic tendencies. Those people need help, and he was unwilling to accept wrongdoing and get help. Not my fault he's now having trouble finding a group that through which he can find new victims. He paid because people were there to hold him accountable. I don't think this will end until charges can be pressed and that motherfucker is behind bars. The girl being of age in her region is immaterial to a court if she is not of legal age for a citizen of the United States traveling abroad. This is all with the moral discussion of age and psychological development and whether children are capable of consent, notwithstanding. He is still looking for minors. Make no fucking bones about that.
Silver, is he here?
He
left.
He left the chat. He deleted all my messages that he sent me, and he blocked me.
Okay, Silver.
Well, the package is delivered, gentlemen.
Yeah, no, Silver. Little thing here. Even if Toon goes to jail, if I could find out more now about you, we're not done.
Hey, is it okay if I take a break?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead, Buttons. You need to.
You go ahead.
Yeah, sorry about the part in the beginning, but I was
comment?
trying to get the ball rolling. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Good work, detective. Oh,
All right, Silver. He did get help, and also that's a lie, created mostly by those in the call right now. I don't believe he's ever talked to a fucking therapist. Kiss my ass. Farleto, did he get help? Do you have anything to back that up? If he did, I'd love to see what he's talking with a professional about his problems, but more enough evidence of Toon joining various communities under alternative accounts and interacting with minors. Do I? Well, do you?
My question is, he made a comment before about how he's made mistakes in the past, and he's
I picked
what are
up on
those
that
mistakes?
I didn't think it would be that much.
See, here's the thing. People like that, they'll say they made mistakes, but what they mean is that they got caught.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I think the kind of mistake, I'd love to know what kind of mistakes specifically he's referring to. Same kind of mistakes Toon made? Worse? Better? What's the scope of this? What kind of mistakes?
That I can't speak to, but now it makes me wonder.
Jesus. This got heavy.
Because honestly, the only time I've ever seen like anyone be
Pinball machines are heavy.
The only time I've ever seen anyone be so determined to defend someone like this is, one, they have feelings for the person, they're in denial. Two, no, I'm not claiming that he's anything like this, stating. Two, they've done this shit themselves and they're like, oh shit, I know this, I'm not apologetic about it, I'm going to fucking talk about it and be like on the front lines of, oh, this isn't wrong, so people don't shame me for what I'm into.
That sounds like performance major, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Hope he hasn't done anything, but
or they've been completely like, or they're this is another one, is they're victims themselves and they're still caught in that mindset that they had back when they were victims of, say in this case, pedophilia, being groomed. So he might be a grooming victim who still
is just like, oh, it just didn't work out, or what? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Silver,
I didn't even consider that.
This is the internet. What do I look like? His legal team? Well, you're trying. A secretary? I bet you were a dress. The hell would I have to prove that? Why would I document it? Well, then get the fuck out of the way. For you, for them, that's silly. I meant shit. If I really wanted to, I could forge the proof. What kind of retarded argument is this? If you were his legal team, I'd fire your ass. Holy shit.
Guess what?
It could all be faked.
I'll hold on making you judgments of your character. Photoshop exists. What the fuck are you talking? This guy's dumb.
The
like
Photoshop
I said, this
argument.
guy, he will say whatever he will in order to be right in his
I
mind.
want him in this call so bad.
Dude,
the thing is,
I want to make like a wheel of fortune of excuses where it's like, it was Photoshop. It's the... It's the lack of social justice. It's like, minor can consent. Just spin the wheel, dude. Like, this guy he's been pulling these out his ass all day.
I was manipulated.
It's weird that multiple people have screenshots of the same situation of their own perspectives with vastly different setups, which means that the evidence can't be photoshopped. If you have nothing to support that Toon Kritic is in therapy, then we conclude that you have no basis for your claims. Yeah, that sounds fair to me.
Oh, Lord.
That's this whole thing. This thing from Foxwell. Let's see. Pedophilia. Is this the definition of pedophilia? Is the evidence against Toon Kritic matches the definition? Yep. So then we need to ensure the safety of younger fans and the other fandom. Keep them away from them. That makes sense to me. Then he deserves the treatment he's receiving. You're harassing him. Oh.
This guy, I forgot how much of a headache he gives me. Ugh.
Look.
Burn him in the depths of hell.
Please, help me. He can't fit through the hole.
Pinball.
Wait, he's a fat fuck?
Don't know.
Huh?
I'm guessing.
He's a pinball wizard.
So swollen.
Jesus Christ.
I got probably a little too excited at the possibility of him.
Elf.
Yes?
Elf, what's your favorite old school arcade game?
Let's stop with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Galaga.
Indeed. Misanthropony. I cannot comprehend why anyone would still defend Toon and what he did. That was nothing. I mean, nothing morally clean about his actions. Yeah, pretty much. Christ.
He didn't fuck a kid. That's pretty much it.
Not for a lack of trying.
A for effort.
Fucking hell, Jesus Christ.
P for pedophilia.
Then the kid gets credit for that. Fucking from what I understand, the kid got pissed off and fucking goddamn cut ties. Good for him.
Did that kid a favor, exactly.
Oh, Jesus. Again, no one's shaming the kid. I'm just saying, from what I understand. Toon didn't break that off to the best of my knowledge. Tell you what, you give me a video where Toon Kritic explains everything he did to a cop, and I will stop.
That's not true.
I'll be honest with you.
No, and then of course every subsequent video piece of material that comes from that video afterwards, obviously.
Oh yeah, there's no way I couldn't stop after that.
There's a lot of mileage out of that one thing right there.
Yeah.
Toon talks to a cop. That's going to be 6 months worth of content.
I would
minimum.
just zoom in on the cop's face the whole time just to study his reaction.
Oh, here's a fucking fun one.
Oh, okay, let's go back.
We got Farlado fired up.
Oh,
Someone
man.
get this in a cupcake.
Fire Lado.
Fire Lotto.
Fire Lotto.
You're now Fire Lotto. We should get you cupcakes.
I always thought you looked like a Pokemon.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
me too.
Fuck up.
Oh, nice.
Oh, well, that's a lot. Okay.
Fire Psychic.
I'm hold off making... okay, where you got this? But the thing is it weird the multiple people have... Okay, we did that. You're talking about cooperative evidence, which technically isn't solid proof in its own right. As to what? You're hanging on to the law aspect here too much. What?
I don't require evidence of any kind. I'm not obligated to prove anything. I was randomly approached to talk about a matter, not have a debate in preparation for said debate. Hear me out. If I had DM'd you and I said Christian Bale was in Rocky 3, prove he isn't or I'll call you a liar immediately. It's silly. You're asking for evidence of something I was in no way prepared for and don't really care if I am or not, for that matter.
I don't require evidence of any kind. I'm not obligated to prove anything. I was randomly approached and asked to talk about a matter, not to have a debate and preparation for said debate.
Yeah.
Hear me now.
Read
Hear
my
me.
Response. Yeah, no. Go, Bronyinspector, you read off Farlado.
I
Orson
want to
Welles.
finish Silver here.
Yeah.
I'll read off Farlado.
Okay.
If I had DM'd, you don't know me yet, and I said, Christian Bale was in... Oh, you read that part already? Yeah.
You brought forth the claim that Toon... You brought forth the claim of Toon getting help that places burden of proof on you. For being a
pedant, you're not
pedant,
particularly good at ensuring your words and phrases are specific enough to back your discussion partner into a corner to avoid them from causing you to have to actually backtrack and deliver. If you want to move on from law, we can discuss why what Toon did was wrong. I don't know the circumstances by which you approached us entirely, but you engaged the moment you responded with define interaction. Your parallel doesn't hold up because burden of proof would remain on your side as an affirmative. You can't prove the negative in an argument concerning existence or non-existence of an element or individual in a circumstance.
Lato is smart.
fire Lato.
Yep. Insert the destroyed fucking meme.
Shut the fuck up, liberal.
FNG or EX has encountered a problem. Yeah, he does sometimes. Christ.
I like Farlato. He's fun to get fired
Yeah, I
up.
consider him fucking god tier in our group. Shit. He's a
Farlato,
furry
if you
who
ever-
didn't scare the shit out of me when he got in the call room.
Farlato, anytime. Message me anytime for a cupcake. I will deliver.
Hell yeah.
And as you can see, I do have the Oreo cupcakes. I also have mint Oreo cupcakes.
Yay.
Buttons, hey Silver, if you're watching, I hate you. We all hate you, Silver.
Oh yeah, I can certainly say I hate him. Like, my icon is literally my face right now. I am not happy with him.
I wonder which person in this. I wonder if he's still listening to this call right now.
Or probably one of them is.
Yeah, I wonder what the objective is then if you're gonna sit there and listen to the stream but not get in the call. That seems like a pretty weak way to play it, if you ask me.
If it's not
Like, that
him,
strategy makes
it's
no
probably
sense.
Rose or someone.
Not to mention, like, the conversation on the stream is a few seconds behind what we're actually saying. So he'll know what we just said. He won't know what we're saying right now. It's a really crappy way to do it.
Yes?
Your mic cut off.
Buttons, are you feeling any better?
Eden, check
Yeah,
Skype
I-
DMs.
Okay. Yeah, I took a breather. I'm good now.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Thank you, Elf.
I would have
You're
liked to have
welcome.
gotten him into the call and had him have a meltdown. That'd have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried getting him in here. I tried seeing. I don't.
Wouldn't it have been amazing if he would have done the Rossery?
If what?
The Rossery?
Anyway,
Yeah, go ahead.
if you want to read off the
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
that I
yeah.
just sent.
Yeah, let me go back down here. Let's see. Correct. The burden of proof. One sec. For a positive claim. But again, this is a random and encounter as possible. You may consider my words untrustworthy. It's reasonable, but to say I should have it is nonsense. Like, it's not even concerned if I'm right or wrong. It's just pointing out a fallacy.
The difference between me and you is that what I am discussing is common knowledge. There are hours of content that I can present of Toon's bullshittery. It is a random encounter, which is why your words are being held to my utmost scrutiny. Consider it a show of respect. I usually don't invest this much energy into a discussion. Please name the fallacy I used.
Yeah. Here's an idea, Silver. Again, you are what is tantamount to being a flat earther right now. Change my opinion.
Need that change my mind meme.
Yeah, I theoretically, I feel that I and most of the people on the internet would agree with me. People who hate my ass would agree with me on most of this.
Yeah.
Let me check my other thing here so I don't read off someone's DMs into the call. Don't worry, Hateful, I'm pulling up my laptop.
I stand interacting with him for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, how did you come about this guy? What's the
What's
deal
added
there?
into the okay? Apparently, a huge feud happened with them before I entered. I came in.
So let's
about
start
a week-
this. Silver, your name's Josh?
Yes, that's correct.
They're all named Josh. Everyone's named Josh.
We have Draco and Josh. Draco and Josh.
Drake and Josh. Drake,
yes. Josh,
store
Mighty, Silver, he is Toon's right-hand man,
Silver?
basically.
Oh, that explains it.
Okay.
That
Well,
explains
And
Well,
he
you-
was added in
The
back
false
into the group.
expectation that I have documents of this therapy appointments, which, for that matter, aren't supposed to be openly accessible, I think is the phallus under HIPAA.
HIPAA. I can actually say
HIPAA?
without a doubt. Yeah, no, without a doubt. I just recently started therapy, and that's actually bullshit because they don't give you documentation for your because of HIPAA law. They don't give you documentation for your therapy because it is breaking HIPAA law, and if you were to show it, that would technically be breaking the privacy of your.
the doctor-
You know what they probably
hold
do
it,
get?
Hold it. The doctor-patient privilege is there for the patient. If I could be wrong,
It is there, but it would take you would need to sign paperwork for consent. to
Yeah,
do
I
so.
don't know what you're talking about
Yeah.
because I've gotten all the documentations of every psych visit I've ever had in a file. You have to go down to the doctor's appointment, or you make an appointment at the doctor's archive and request all your documents, and you can get papers of anything.
Reading off for Litos,
Alright.
isn't a false accusation. Conventional knowledge doesn't need evidence; needs information does. Even telling a group that he is in therapy is good enough for most people. Yeah, most people have accepted these sort of things. I don't see. If you want us to believe that Toon is getting better, or there seems to be some misunderstanding about common laws, then provide some of it, Silver.
And even beside the point, even if he's going to therapy, he's still manipulating people. He's trying to act like the victim, and he is still contacting minors. If he was getting better, he would try his best to not talk to minors in general.
I'm willing
Or
to
he
bet he's
would,
not getting therapy even, so...
Yeah, no, I know.
He would mention that he has a therapist, but he would never mention, oh, hey, guys, I'm not going to be on later. I have an appointment. He would never say stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I do.
Yeah. You know?
And we would have calls. I am not exaggerating by this. We would have calls for 10 plus hours.
Jesus.
How
Daily.
Oh, okay. So yeah, then obviously, if he wasn't ever going to take a break to be like, hey, I have therapy, because therapy usually is about an hour or so, and depending on how close he is to his office, would take some time to get to it. So if he didn't take any breaks between the hours of the office opening, and they're not open on the weekends.
Hold it. So is this whole thing the new one or what?
It starts at That's Horrible Evidence now that I've actually looked through.
Okay, let me look through. That's horrible evidence, but there's better than we currently have, which is literally diddly shit squat. We therefore must conclude that there is insufficient evidence to know that Toon is getting help. We therefore decide that he should not be allowed to enter our communities, as he must be treated as danger. Silver, where expectations are way too high. How so? I can't be responded for what you choose or not to approve as evidence. I wouldn't expect evidence like it's a group in a group.
It's in a group chat.
It's in a group chat. Farlito. It's known.
If I was known to be a kleptomaniac and a regular to a restaurant, the restaurant would regularly search me before I leave to make sure I haven't slipped out with the fine china.
Yeah.
Taking all the tiny teacups.
I actually
taking the tiny teacups with me, and you can't stop me.
I actually had a relative who was a kleptomaniac.
How small they are.
This is from Rouge. She knew him 3 times as long, so is what I did. So, or believable. He only took breaks for WWE and for seeing Isaac.
Yeah.
The only time he would not be on and would not get in calls.
Yeah.
Just remember, for everyone down below, I do believe I included a link to Issac Collar's DA. Please send lots and lots of polite, constructive criticism over to him via his DMs or his comment section on DA.
Such as how
Hey,
he's
Gilded, you want his Discord?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No, Gildan was in chat. He was like, if you're in the... He was talking to Silver. Gold and Silver. See if they can...
But if you...
You should totally
for
message him, dude.
for anyone else in the chat, he is also inform Isaac that we found he is still making characters for Toon to be able to get into different communities to get new victims. He is making it easily accessible for Toon. He has made a Sonic character. He has drawn his furry OC. Back when this all started, he made a new My Little Pony hippogriff OC, and yeah, this isn't Isaac. Well, this is the third time we've caught him making art for Toon. We found he made a Sonic OC drawing, which I will put in the chat. So if anyone sees this black and red OC, of course
The
it's black
Sonic
and red.
OC is actually the thumbnail for the stream, so I think that should be
Oh,
covered.
it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let me double check. Yeah, it's the Iron Man one.
Okay.
Silver.
Owen.
Silver. I mean, hell, for that matter, it's why I don't trust your quote-unquote tons of evidence. Testimony under duress isn't exactly bulletproof. I'd rather openly have nothing but my word than poor evidence my argument hinges upon.
Hello, Center Stage. I haven't seen you in a hot minute.
Arledo. There's even testimony that isn't under duress from the children he talked with, as well as endless collections of logs of Toon interacting sexually with kids. Lamau. Silver. There was one, not multiple. Arledo. Dissenting just to dissent is bad faith. Dissenting to defend an icon you desperately want to keep on their pedestal is... was that word?
Malignance.
Wait, actually...
Malignance.
Malignance.
I got it.
Malignance. Silver, we already covered that detail too, Arledo. So time to choose. Are you simply playing devil's advocate, or do you truly believe that Toon has done nothing wrong?
I also want to say that's obvious. It is actually a logical fallacy. There was only one. There was another victim, Abby, who came out as she originally came out saying my friend was a minor, and then came out revealing herself on YouTube. And
That's not
so
fallacious. That's just not having all the information.
Yeah, I know. I'm just letting Silver know there is more than one victim. She was, I think, if I can remember, I would have to go back to look at the videos
Cavatina
and give
was the
false
girl.
information.
Anyways.
Yeah, Cavatina.
Anyways.
Oh.
Silver, a false dichotomy. Oh, shut up. Yeah, we'll concede that I have made a false dichotomy. You made an answer in each
individual question for logical convenience. Each has individual questions for logical convenience.
Certainly.
Guys, looky what I have.
Oh.
Is it his phone number?
I roost for this.
Don't put it in the chat yet.
I got anything. Is anything dog
Oh, is
seed.
this his OC?
Oh no.
His OC Zephyr.
Oh, isn't this
Zephyr?
Isn't that Toons or this guy's?
This is Toons.
Zephyr, I swear I've heard that name. I swear I've heard that
from the
fucking
show.
name.
Yeah, Zephyr Breeze is a character from the main show.
No, there was another person on some forum like back in 20 fucking
Zephyr is a common name.
Yeah,
Zephyr is a
fair.
common name.
Yeah.
But I swear the resemblance is fucking uncanny. The resemblance is so fucking uncanny.
Anyways,
Get your string out. Make sure you're connecting the right dots here.
So this is Toon's OC, Fabula?
Yes.
Oh. So if you are in the pony fandom and you see this blue and yellow Pegasus, this is Toon. He's no longer red and black.
He wanted to be able to he wanted to get rid of the hat and keep the goggles. Look at him.
Oh, he's wearing a beanie.
Oh wait, which one am I looking at?
I was just looking at the well, he kept the goggles.
Zephyr wears a beanie, which makes me pissed because I wear beanies all the time. Fuck you,
It's just a hat. It's just like we can't
Are
we gonna let this guy ruin every hat?
You know what? I claim beanies as mine. Toon is
He's
just
gonna ruin. Toon Kritic will not stop till he ruins every single hat.
Hey, I speak.
Sure.
Yes.
Who's just saying that she can screenshot where he sent it to her in case you guys need it.
Okay.
Ooh,
That would be convenient.
Everything I'm giving you guys right now is from her.
Did by any chance, does she have the name of the artist who drew this?
I don't know. She's listening to it right now, so she'll probably tell me.
Let me.
Is that the Zephyr picture? Is that fucking hell? I'm trying to remember is that another Isaac?
She's going to probably tell me whenever she hears you guys say that in a couple seconds, because she's watching the stream right now.
Okay.
Oh, here's an interesting one. YouTube will soon fact-checked videos deemed as misinformation.
Okay.
This YouTube team is
interesting.
misinformation.
That's not going to be abused at all.
Who are they hiring for their fact-checking team, and how do you get this? And how do you lie to get this job? Yeah.
She doesn't think it's Isaac's, but she's looking.
I don't believe that'll be done to any significant level.
If I was to just drop the name that I used to use, I wonder whether he would recognize it.
Do you want
to? Nah, man.
Okay.
It'll be... I'd rather say that I've reconciled with my past and there's no need to,
drop yourself?
Yeah, I was 14 back then. There's people who really, really know me can, like, there's breadcrumbs probably fucking everywhere, but I'm not gonna...
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go onto MLP forums and I'm going to look under all the characters named Zephyr and see what we got.
Let's see if the one that I...
What was the website, if it's okay?
I'm not gonna actually say which one it was.
That's fine. If you don't want to say that, I completely understand.
That's fine.
Let's see if,
You've been an ace, nobody's looking to give you a hard time. Don't.
See.
I don't like dragging my aces through the ground for a bunch of jokers.
Yeah, I'm gonna look on MLP
His
forums.
aces get special showers and bedrooms with extra fluffy pillows and blankets.
You're weird.
Oh, my old account was deleted.
Oh,
nice.
Okay, well.
Okay, so...
Well, lost to the ether.
Hang on. Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah, okay. Wait, what?
Wait, he's in stream? Who? Where? Where is he? I'm scrolling through. E.G. Johnson, I don't know, CY. I don't see him, boss. Where is he? Wait, are you seeing Toons in stream?
Toons in stream? What?
Toon is in stream?
I don't
No
think so,
way.
No way.
No. Stream. Where? Center stage. Where the fuck?
Steam. He's saying he's still on Steam.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's he uses
my
his
God.
name
Okay.
Zephyr. If that came from Grimmy Monster, that's Rouge.
No, it's a center
We
stage.
got it. The gaming, the online where the games are played. Yes.
We already knew he was on stream, but he's
Steam.
probably...
Steam.
Yeah,
Steam.
Sorry.
They Steam, not stream. That will make us shook.
Flavor packet.
Sorry.
It won't make me that shut, but
Oh, yeah.
It'll make me shook.
Oh, hell.
oh, I bet.
Christ, this goddamn stream.
Alright, I'm looking through all the characters on this website.
Anthony and Buttons
140
will need
people.
a nap after stream.
Okay, so he spells it how?
Zephyr.
Did he give up the ghost finally for later, or what?
I don't quite know.
Gilded's talking to him.
Oh.
Holy hell.
Did you give him the bird gilded?
Hang on.
The bird is pecking around at the moment.
Okay.
The bird is being good bird and will earn cupcakes.
Someone play Psycho Chicken in the background.
Yeah, can we get some Psycho Chicken?
Oh, I see what happened.
What?
At some point back in,
Yeah?
at some point around like 2013-ish, I think they purged a fuck ton of this forum.
Oh.
I'm only seeing things from around like 2016.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well, that's how the internet gonna do sometimes.
Yeah,
Well, be
I
glad
remember
it's
when they
not
had
good
like
either.
an Insight chat, and now it's been replaced with a Discord server.
Oh, how times are changing.
well, let's put it this way. Since your stuff isn't on there, do you want to give the site?
See, I still know that my names kind of circulate around, so for my own ability to just tell people, you know, it's out there, I'll let you follow the breadcrumbs as you will.
Do your own legwork.
Do your own
FNGR's
fucking research.
Chat.
Well, I'm not gonna
If
send
you're gonna
you.
expose me, I'm gonna give you a run for your motherfucking money.
Well, I'm not looking.
Gonna hand you
I was just asking as a perverted role player myself, just to find out where you went. I was like,
Oh, of course.
Oh, so now you're interested in the accounts that I had when I was 14. I see how it is.
Wow, Jesus.
I don't
No.
I don't know, cleaning lady.
All right, that's a little weird.
Should I work on a new one?
Okay.
Should I get a new one?
Wait, what kind of crazy theory shit is this? Anyways, let's see.
This is the evidence of ASIN.
Boy.
Okay.
The planning they were
ASIN.
doing for the calm.
Jesus. Velocity. Current room prices are $219 a night. Little Venter. So Shadow be ready at 12 p.m. Their time to book. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Weird lad.
Which one's him?
Oh, that's the Sonic one, the Velocity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Grim
makes
Monster
sense.
is Rouge, Little Inventor is Rose, and, well, Space Cadet is Isaac, and the Unleashed one is their Shadow, who is a different person than who we're talking to right now.
Which one's Isaac
Daily
again?
dose of
Unleashed?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Isaac is Space Cadet.
Okay, Space Cadet. Sorry, I'm not trying to piss anybody off.
I'm just...
Oh,
I'm irritated with...
Oh, hang on. Probably not a good one for stream. I'll just send it direct to FNGR, because he
Send
might.
it on Skype so I won't click it.
Yes.
Oh shit! My
No,
bad.
it's fine.
Yeah, just don't open it.
I will reopen my laptop yet again.
I don't know if it's worth it
okay.
to show it on stream.
He's a
but
man of
you'll
the
probably
world.
appreciate it
I'm
because
gonna dip so that I can go eat, because it's like 8 o'clock where I
Well,
am.
if you
and I
want to
have-
go, Fabula, it's cool.
no one is
I
holding
think
you
I've got
here. Don't
everything.
worry.
So yeah, I'll see you guys later.
You're not
fine,
being
Fabula.
forced to be here. You know.
I came because I wanted to be here so I could clear
Yeah.
up
I'm
stuff
confused by
about him.
this.
You're not allowed to.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to look on DeviantArt.
Hold
and
it for later. What exactly am I looking at, by the by?
The word duress was used earlier, and that showed up on Twitter. So
So it's a meme?
yeah,
Okay, I don't see why you wouldn't have been like. Why would that have been like?
it's because it's kinda on edge, you know.
That's
'Cause
literally going N-word is edgier than this.
Yeah, but it's still enough, you know. YouTube nowadays, and also I wanna be the one who at least pretends to have some fucking integrity among you fucking mongs.
Okay. Oh, sure.
Did you get that pile of garbage taken out of your room?
Shut the fuck up.
It's art, Bronyinspector.
I know.
Art is anything you could get away with.
Anything you can think. I'm changing my OC to a sexy nightlife raccoon.
Wait, I think wait, guys.
How the hell
We're
did you
making
find the furry character I
Roast
had when
the
I was
heck out of Toon
15?
because he deserves
Guys.
it. I will love and appreciate all your OCs. Tell me about your favorite show characters, animes, and stuff like that. Okay.
Wait, guys, I think we were going about this. I think we're making this hard on ourselves. Does anyone know how to do reverse Google image search?
Google image reverse search. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we could use that. Yeah.
Hang on, just give me a second.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, just
Okay.
These wheels turning.
That was pretty
Okay.
good, Buttons. Nicely done.
So there, and it shows nothing. So that's a unique image. That is a unique
So that
image
means
that has not been
that means-
posted anywhere.
That means there was a private commission. We need to find out someone's art style for that then.
That's
Who
such a
was
like it sucks.
It's so
'cause that's
generic, it's
pretty
just
generic
vectors.
shit right there. I was about to say.
It's
Yeah.
just normal vector art, you know. Like
That's
here's all I found.
Let's see.
It has stupid high resolution. That actually kind of pisses me off. Like,
Yeah.
why waste all that? Okay, actually, this was probably pretty fucking effortless. This looks pretty uninspired.
Yeah.
But still, why would you waste such a high resolution on this? On that?
Tell you what, if
Yeah.
anybody down below, since I included the link to that OC,
Wait a
could go
minute.
looking around, see if they find that somewhere. Oh, what's this from Derpy Buru Tags? Let's see. That's Twilight, and I don't think that's him. Let me check. Yeah, no, that doesn't look like the same dude. Well, you know what? I'll PM this to you on Skype for later. So.
Oh shit! You're gonna have me open up Skype. I haven't done that for weeks. My entire laptop is gonna crash, but it's okay.
Fine, I will send it to Buttons.
It's okay.
No,
Show your motherfucking tits.
Look, excuse me, princess.
No, like just the way you motherfucking tits.
Shut
the way you said that. Yeah.
Fuck up!
All right, so Buttons.
I have eaten nothing but Doritos all fucking day.
Nice.
That's how Michael Jackson died. I heard he ate a lot of Doritos. You might want to eat something healthy.
Actually, I thought Michael Jackson died because God smited him for fucking a 10-year-old. But
yeah, that would seem to be the.
Well, there you go, Bronyinspector. That doesn't look anything like our McCoy here, because somebody gave me this OC Zephyr thing with 8 images. Somebody's shipping the OC with Twilight.
I got it. Sorry. Yeah, that looks like the OC.
Does it?
Kind of. Well, it does. The only thing that's different
no,
is
it's a Pegasus, and it's got. Well, let's see. It's a Pegasus.
Yeah, they're both Pegasi.
The hair is ugly. Hair is ugly. Blah, blah, blah.
And I think they both have blue and yellow hair, don't they?
That's about it.
Yep, they're both. The only thing that's different is the fact that the yellow hooves. But again, unless he's stealing someone's OC, which I guess
is possible. So I'm looking through the comments to see if there's any schmuck on here that fucking gave a lead.
My own research.
I think I appreciate the guy in the chat or the person, but I don't think this leads anywhere, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not. I can't quite say it's. Well, he's a Pegasus. He's blue. He's blue with blue and yellow mane. And there is a picture here where he's wearing the yellow hoof shoe things. So
you know, it's funny. I noticed if you go to the 5th one, Silverquill comments twice.
Yeah.
Though I agree the color scheme doesn't match with the show, we can call it a self-insert just on appearance. That's an assumption, makes people assume the canon OC invincible. He says, how dare a fan envision a future where Twilight is happy and surrounded by love? The shame of it all. Not in my Christian subreddit.
I'm just gonna dump this.
This was 4 years ago.
Then...
This was a long time ago.
Yeah, the picture that he commented on was like from 4 years ago. So
yeah, so the timeline is the thing where I'm like, if that right there is Toon's new OC, then I mean, like, I don't think there's a connection to this, or he ripped it off from. This is just old, and he ripped it off from this.
So is it just one of these or 2 of these for Alito? We do this. I'll read them both.
He left the call.
Okay. Also, before the point goes too far, at least one other person with whom to interact with has been stalking anyone per se. There wasn't really the accusations. He was being accused of pedophilia. It was thusly proven. This is stated to feel like bait, quite honestly. Silver, bait? What would you mind explaining? Okay, and let's get to this. I appreciate you talking to me, but this conversation has come to an end, sadly, with multiple people claiming I'm the target of stalkers. I can't trust having anyone I don't know on my list. Take care. I hope you live a good life and see what justice really is. Okay.
So you know what I just realized?
That was great. That was funny.
Wait. You know what I just realized?
What?
So wasn't there a list that came out a couple months ago of Toon having supporters in the Brony fandom in a Discord server? Do you think maybe one of those people did the art?
I don't know anything about those people, though.
Well, what we could do is we could go looking for the post saying about Toon having a Discord of supporters and look through the list of people and see which of the and type in all those names and find out who's an artist and such.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 2 people I know who are really involved with that matter, and one's Pros and one I don't talk to anymore. So go get a hold of Pros. Yeah, she might remember. All right.
Yeah, that might. There you go.
Yeah.
Wait, pastel prose or prophetic prose?
Pastel.
Oh, okay.
I don't think prophetic prose has gotten along with my reindeer gains and fucking autism, so to speak. Whenever you gotten Toon's address. Yeah, that's public news. I never went after it myself. I've dropped him off. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
If anyone goes to fucking Fanon Frenzy, I went to go watch what's it called, Suicide Squad with him. I picked him up. He showed me a place to go get free parking. That's why I was joking. I sure hope I don't get.
He has a deal with the tow truck driver. They were trying to get Anthony's car impounded. It was a dirty trick, and Anthony didn't fall for it.
I was really paranoid, and I was like, I really don't want to get my car towed.
Zach Keys is a snaky bastard who will try to get your car towed.
Welcome back, Ferlito.
Yeah. I'm done beating the shit out of the wall.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why, but the "what
Hey,
justice
Andrew.
really is" statement just ticked me off. Something about it just felt wrong.
Yeah, I understand.
If he were in front of you, you'd probably slap the taste out of his mouth, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the best way to put it.
He's a cunt on cunt sandwich.
I hate people who try to act sympathetic about the kind of dynamics which led to the tragedies and traumas of my life, and then will defend it even as they're trying to be sympathetic.
Well, I think what pissed me off is he was trying to say earlier, oh, well, you don't know how real victims are because they've dealt with shit offline. And I'm like, hey, I am a victim of stuff offline. He's like, oh, well, then you're just arrogant. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
That is some mighty fine goalpost moving.
That is,
That literally made me have to, I literally couldn't even understand or comprehend how that's possible.
Like,
You arrogant victims of abuse, always trying to sympathize with other victims. How dare you?
Yeah, exactly.
The arrogance of you. I can't believe it.
Dare you have a stance on something?
Oh my
which has
God, the
pervasively
arrogance that you
affected your
even
life.
think you could as yourself a victim have any say in or any opinion about. It's just so arrogant of you.
Absolutely dare you.
I can't believe it's just like
to think that now people have opinions about things. Oh, what is this world coming?
Oh, the arrogance.
I'm gonna go make some ramen. I'll be back.
All right.
Yeah. Alright, see ya, man. I'm trying to do some research.
Did anyone
on,
else picture him going, I'm going to eat half of a celery stick to calm down?
I might eat half of a celery stick to rile myself up in anger.
Okay.
Right, no, it's like,
I'm
he's
the
sitting
last
there eating.
person.
It's so stringy, it gets between your teeth. It's the worst.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he's like crunching on the celery stick, like, so stringy! Punches the wall. He takes another bite. God, this thing tastes like water! I hate it! And punches the wall again.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit, put some peanut butter on this. This is awful. You know, last bite, he's like, oh, okay. All right, had to punch the wall. I'm calm now. This is good.
I'm so angry I'm punching the cat right now.
Oh my God.
Oh,
All right,
fuck. This guy said.
do the thing. I don't want to do the thing.
Hey, that's interesting.
What?
Well, you know, like how someone, even if they do like vector style, you'll be able to tell they have a certain shading. Like, I noticed the way the person drew the way the vector and the pony has had shading on the hooves. And I'm like, all right, I'll look for people who might do that. And I'm noticing someone, DeviantArt, who did art for Jessica Pedley and Zalden. And Zalden is an ex-supporter from the Toon Kritic chat. I'm not sure if that was one of the spies. Stretch, but I'm just trying
tenuous
to
connection. Tenuous. Good work, detective. Let's follow that lead.
I gotta give Buttons this. You were better at holding grudges than I. Well done.
Yeah.
you are. My word.
Yeah, because I
only
make
two
a note
artists
to remember.
in the fandom.
Well, what I do is I'm like, I'm gonna make a note to remember. Well,
and one of them was connected to Toon. Like, that is.
Well, it's like I remember the names of people who supported him afterwards. If I
and like there's two people who have this shading, and one is connected to a Toon supporter. Like, that sounds like something to look into, I guess. Yeah. Damn, like shading on the hooves. I don't think anyone would have quite figured that. Like, I mean,
Well, yeah, because I went to Jessica Pedley's favorites, and I'm noticing that this person shades their vectors a certain way, the way the same person did
shading on the
Toon's
hooves.
vector.
Of course, it was shading on the hooves.
Well, do you have a link to the DA? So I guess we could take a look at it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if they do Equestria Girl style before to see if they
hooves.
just to make
Should have
sure.
known.
Yeah.
It's always the hoof shading.
You're really high, aren't
it's
you?
Like
not high enough.
I'm just making sure this person's art. Yeah, this doesn't look like the art style, so it was a stretch of the lead, but it's why I thought I'm not. Yeah, their art style doesn't look like the same caliber as the other persons who did Toon OC, so I don't think it's the person. I'm not going to.
Crap! I'm hungry.
God damn it!
I left a minute ago to ask my mom what she's making for dinner
God damn it! I'm so hungry I could eat at Arby's.
I'm so hungry I could eat at Arby's.
Oh, you poor monster. Maybe I should pause and see if I can get them to talk to the people around here. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm gonna try and bullshit a pizza. All right.
Anthony's gonna get a pizza.
Pizza's good. I have some shepherd's pie left over. I'm really upset the tiramisu makes me sick every time because it was so good.
You eat too many sweets, it'll do that. I ate a whole bag of freaking chocolate peanut butter pretzels last night, and I was like, oh, why does my stomach hurt? It's because you ate a whole bag of garbage. That's why.
Well, no, I don't think it's just because it's sweet. I think there's something genuinely wrong with the tiramisu because my mom also got sick when she ate it.
Huh.
And I don't know. My mom's the one who did.
How many raw eggs were in it? No, that'll do it.
I maybe. I know she also. Wait. That might explain it. Okay, I remember the night before she made the tiramisu, she put the eggs out to cook something. Forgot they were on the counter and they were slightly warm and not quite cold, and then they put them back in the fridge. I'm not sure if that would do anything.
Yeah, those are rotten eggs at that point, I think.
Oh, great. Okay, wonderful.
I knew it was. Well, how did I guess the eggs? That's weird. Hey, Leo's here.
Good evening.
How's it going, man?
What's the haps?
We found Toon has a new pony.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
And what else? Oh, there was a Toon Defender.
Fun.
But the Toon Defender, he didn't. He argued with everyone back and forth in DMs for a little while, but wouldn't want to come in the call.
Surprise, surprise. He's
Right, what a surprise.
Yeah, and
Furlato pretty much shut him down, though. It was a pretty sad display.
Yeah, he didn't leave without giving me a kick in the gut, though.
And here's the thing: is he was first saying, "Oh, well, you don't understand what a real victim feels like because this is all online." I'm like, "Hey, happened to me offline." And he's like, "Oh, well, then you're arrogant for deciding what a victim is based on your experiences." And I'm just like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, well, I'm sure you guys will fill me in on the rest of it. Maybe we can drag him out into the bleaching sunlight at some point again.
Well, we're gonna get his. Apparently, someone has his phone number.
We might.
Hold on. Has he done anything illegal?
No. Maybe. We don't know. We're looking into it. Here's the thing. He has alluded that he said he had made mistakes of his own in the past. So we don't actually know what he's talking about.
Well, no. Here's the thing. If he knows Toon Kritic is contacting minors still and trying to get victims, would that technically make him enabling a pedophile? And is that
I think that's a stretch.
It depends. It depends on the situation. But
can you repeat that?
You can shame him. I think that's the best thing you can do right now. But as far as digging up his private information, I mean, I do that, but
someone already has. That Fabula used to be in contact.
Anyway, let's not. I mean, let's say.
Let's not be the biggest bullies on the block.
No, that's my job. But I just wanted to peek in. I just wanted to peek in and see what was going on. If there's any other details, I'm sure you guys can fill me in later. Sorry it took me so long to join.
No, that's pretty much the nutshell on it, Leo.
All right. Well, we'll pick this up again, I'm sure, in the near future. I've got stuff to do. I will check with you guys later.
And I could probably go, actually. cook my ramen now that the microwave is probably open.
Now that I can finally use the microwave. They've been microwaving for 4 hours.
Rouge, go fucking get yourself some food.
Get some food, Rouge. You've done a wonderful job, sweetie.
You've been the good bean. Find a way, find me somehow. Ask Fabula to connect you to me so I can give you a cupcake.
Wait,
Yes,
wait. Rouge won't leave the stream and isn't eating. You got to eat something. You know, the whole first part of the stream, I just had my mic off. I was eating a salad. I was like, this is going to be a while. I made sure to eat something.
You've done very good work, Rouge. You've been very good and given us, a lot of information. You've been very helpful. You really want to keep the people safe, and I think that you're a very good person, and you need to take good care of yourself, okay, sweetie?
I mean, it was a super light lunch. It was, like, not substantial in any way, but you got to eat something. Like, just go grab a piece of toast. Something.
Toast!
Rice is good. Rice is very filling, and it's very delicious with butter and salt.
Though supposedly if you eat too
unless
much rice, it could be
it's a
unhealthy.
situation like unless it's like Farlato's situation in which your roommates have been microwaving for 6 hours straight, then you might just want to ask if you can throw your thing in with theirs or something. I don't know.
Self-care is very important.
All right, we're back. I
Hello.
ordered me a deep dish double sausage. I guess I just missed Leo. Damn.
Ooh, nice.
Deep dish what?
Deep dish double sausage.
Oh yeah, double sausage and cheese. Got some cheese and sausage on there.
Yeah, good stuff.
I'm still shocked.
Sausage.
I'm still shocked you didn't show me Chicago-style pizza when I was visiting.
I could swear we did. I could swear I ordered.
No, you brought me. I think you brought me to Portillo's.
Inside-out, delicious casserole pizza.
I could swear I gave you one.
I think maybe I had a piece for dinner on the first night, but I don't think it was deep dish. I think it was just regular pizza.
Okay.
I think it had meat and mushrooms and like some sausage on it or something.
Okay.
I think it was a meat pizza.
Oh man, is it pizza day, guys?
Oh, fuck
I
yeah.
hope it's pizza day. I fucking want some pizza.
Fuck yeah.
I have like a 4-topping pizza that I got at the fancy. It's like a take and bake from the fancy grocery store.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
what I
Arya
want.
was asking about how to spell the name for Zephyr.
I'll put it in the chat for people.
Yeah, please.
That's all we know of the name Zephyr. It doesn't have any other part to the name in the drawing. So all we know right now is Zephyr, and that's all we have to go on. And he's a blue and yellow OC. I can make a stash file on DeviantArt and put it there and link it in the chat
looking at
as
the
well.
attachment, it's literally in there too. On top of that, so. Oh, let me throw that to Arya. There you go. Drama Pone is on the case.
Zomber.
Zomber Black. Yeah.
Zomber
Toon's
Black.
new OC actually could be stolen. I found an account on DeviantArt that looks similar, but with a reversed color of mane and tail and a different cutie mark. That sounds like a different pony.
Well, if the colors are reversed, maybe. But if it has a different cutie mark, it's a bit of a stretch to say it's stolen. If it had the same cutie mark, I could understand.
To Motodrop, he said, "Efra and Jared, did you ever find out what happened to the pedophile from the last stream?" Yeah, Leo's still looking into his getting his locale and what have you. Hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm. If anyone could help us, wait, I don't think it would. Can I name drop him, or should I?
I mean, if you were to write it into the side chat there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. If you remember what it was, I actually forgot.
Okay, Silver Marvel 18 is dying for me to do Dr. Wolf. They've been asking for like the last. Hey, what the hell do you want me to say right now? Putting me on the spot, asking me to do voices.
Stupid fucking phone. Hang on.
Yeah, I think that is it. I know Lamar was yeah.
Latimer.
Oh. That's such a fucking beta name.
Well, you know what? Wow. Drama Horse might have actually
What, they came up with something?
No, isn't this what we were just looking at? I'm sorry. Is this a different DeviantArt?
Which one?
I panicked when I clicked on that because there was somebody getting a blowjob, and I'm like, oh yeah, thank God, I'm locked to Discord on the stream.
What DeviantArt?
The one freaking. Did you get it from Ari as well?
Yeah.
There's
No.
a zebra getting a blowjob.
Okay, that's
There's
cool.
a zebra railing a pony from behind.
Arya wants
Oh
to be
yeah.
put in the
Oh,
call.
that's wait.
You know that
Arya
this one that's with Twilight and Flurry. That's not sexual to the best of my knowledge. This does look just like it though. Here, I'll throw it.
Arya wants to. Yeah, Arya wants to be put in the call. She said.
Yeah, put him in.
Right. Yeah.
I think. Do I have her?
Here
on?
you go, Bronyinspector. I think that does look like him.
Can I see?
All right, I'll put it to you on Skype. X gonna give it to you.
Can I see it as well?
Fine.
Yeah, that's the same. That is the same.
I want to see.
Fine. You know what? I'm just gonna put it in the limbo proper.
That is the same OC.
There you go. It's in the fucking
No, that's the yellow hooves. He doesn't have yellow hooves.
No,
I
he
think it's
has.
close
They're
enough.
they're the armor thing is for his shoes. He has them on sometimes.
There's him nailing Twilight.
How did you see that? All we saw was the one picture of the OC that.
No, there was
Fabulous
that
Ribbon.
other DeviantArt with like 4 or 5 other pictures in it.
Yeah, but he also had yellow eyes. This one that is in the picture has blue eyes on the
Okay,
Derpy
that's I think that might just be that could be just an organic inconsistency.
Not to mention the hairstyle looks different. The hairstyle on Toon's OC is a lot shorter than the one in the
Uncle
picture.
Zephyr. There's only one of those.
And not to mention the coloration of the hair itself is different too. I just don't want to falsely accuse this guy of being Toon. I don't.
No.
think it's the same.
All I know is that we found a lead. It's a ways off before we.
Yeah.
That is a hideous child.
Me.
Their kid. Get a bunch of angry letters. How dare you call my OC's feminine child hideous? My condolences. Oh, there's Twilight kissing him in a book fort. Starlight Glimmer walking in on them doing it. Okay. Draco would be very upset about that. There's no wrong way to fantasize stuff. Well, at least it's these people's cases, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right. That's right.
Alright.
Okay, back.
Why is Spike doing a fist pump while they're making out in the background? Must be a cuck. Anyways.
I get to watch women.
That's probably not right.
Get it? Yeah, get it. No, it's like his
fantasy
bro,
is so
and he's like cheering him on.
You bang my mom.
Get it? Yeah, get it. I ain't into unicorns, but you tap that, man.
Jesus.
It's just being really broy about Twilight getting.
Yeah. Silver declines to join back into the stream on personal principles. What principles? Citation needed.
I think it's a meme.
I'm not laughing.
I'm not laughing.
I know so.
There's a meme going
not
around.
after what he said to me.
No, I got it.
Oh, never mind. If it's from Gilded Dash, never mind then.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't find it funny that this little meme.
No, he's a
what
dick.
he.
No, what did Gilded say? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Let me give a shout out to Silver. I'm heading down to Windy City Con, so if you have a problem with me, why don't you show up, Bucko?
well, Gilded, you yeah. What did he? What did he say to you? No, oh, he's doing the same thing to you he was doing to everyone else earlier. Okay.
I'm being horribly retarded, but because it's to someone new, he won't know any better.
Right. Well, I think that's exactly what is happening. Yes.
Jesus.
So I'm an absolute genius.
Oh.
I realized I made myself ramen, and then realized I don't actually have a single fucking fork. This entire...
You just gotta slurp it down, man.
Do you have a spoon?
No.
Just tip that bowl. Just tip that bowl towards your face.
Hold it. So what you're saying is you're like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. You have no forks, no silverware in your house.
No silverware in my house.
I'm in a dorm. There's a dining hall. I
So-
usually go to that.
Here's what you do: you just tip that bowl towards your face and just suck those noodles out of there, and you'd be good to go.
I have a question.
Suck that noodle like you would suck on a gay man's dick.
Okay.
Oh man!
Okay, point of order.
Wow.
Point of order. It's two completely...
Those are not
different
the same kind of
functions.
thing. Yeah.
Those are nowhere close.
Those
to
are not similar to each other.
Jesus
Nowhere close.
fucking Christ.
The noodles and the other thing, those are not similar.
No.
Okay.
Gonna be a lot more teeth involved with the noodles. It's just like, it's all totally different thing.
I wasn't prepared for you to go that way.
The elf goes really bad sometimes.
Rolando says, don't use your teeth, you absolute fucking mong.
The elf keeps getting in trouble at school for these kind of comments.
I've just imagined the elf looks up stroking my $5,000 cat doesn't disagree with me.
My cat thought it was the same.
Is he not like a $3,000 cat?
I don't care. It's 5,000 sounds funnier.
Yeah,
Oh, you're talking
awesome.
kitten prices. That's a full-grown cat now. You'd be lucky to get $2,000 for that old thing.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah,
$5,000. That's kitten prices.
Oof.
We got him as a kitten.
Nice.
Yeah, but he's a full-grown cat now. He's not worth anywhere near $5,000.
He's depreciated.
No, they depreciate like what? You wouldn't believe it.
Wait,
Someone's like, I don't know. He seems like he misses his old family or something. I'm like, no, he always acted like that.
Guys, someone in the chat just said, I know which Zephyr you're talking about.
Oh.
Slipher Marvel 18.
Did anyone
Hey.
add Arya or what?
Well, I don't have her contact.
Yeah. Oh, let me wait. I can't add people. Wait, can I add people to the?
Yeah, you can.
There you go. All right, I better.
Oh, there's our favorite drama horse. What you got for us, detective?
Okay. I will not answer the drama horse, you son of a bitches.
Oh no.
Oh, I done it now. I done it now.
Did she leave?
Oh no.
No, she right there. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no.
Arya, are you on push to talk?
Yeah, she might be.
Damn these audio input settings.
I love when you do the voice. It just gets me going. It's my favorite Bronyinspector.
Curse these audio input settings?
You make her sound like a.
Windows 8 is so confusing.
If Daffy Duck were a feminist, this is what it sounds like.
Oh my god.
That's what Anita Sarkeesian needs, is to act like Daffy Duck. And then
Arya's typing.
I would follow that crazy bitch to the ends of the earth.
She left. I did. Now I done it.
Oh.
I'm guessing
No,
she's
she
having
said she's
technical
having
problems.
Yeah, she said in the chat she's having audio connection issues.
Well, in the meantime, you should keep doing the Arya Diamond impersonation.
Yes.
Drama time.
So, what I discovered was there are only 2 artists in the entire fandom who have this exact shading on the No, Buttons did that one earlier. Gosh damn it!
You foiled me for the last time, Buttons.
You foiled me for the last time, Buttons.
You know what?
Love
If
you
that
guys.
Arya Diamond were on fucking Total Drama Island. Oh, yeah! No,
Yes.
I love that show.
Oh.
Drama horse. In the house.
Oh wait.
Alright, she's here.
I'm gonna have to be a bit of a degenerate and steal one of my roommate's forks.
Well, so what?
Sure he'll.
It's a plastic
I'm sure
fork,
he'll
right?
Dude,
understand.
come on, man. There's
Why
a
would
gazillion
someone
of
have
them.
Designated
There
forks
are.
is much-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get worked up over a single one. Hell, I'm sure he won't even notice a single fucking one. He's gone all
dude,
fucking.
a-
You gotta
a
be able
cock-
to look.
Heck,
Here's what
Oh,
happened.
she
No,
lost her.
here's what you do. A cockroach ran in, stole the fork and nothing else. Or some random hobo. Some random black guy came in and literally stole
some
your
Puerto
plastic.
Rican guy.
Yeah.
I could say I could
It's
say that I invited someone over and he
Radix
grabbed a fork,
appeared out
just
of
a
the
single
shadows
fork,
and
just
stole
one.
a single fork.
There's the she's here.
Checkmate, atheist. I'm gonna go grab that fork. I'll be back in 10
I'm currently
seconds.
in a building where there's like really bad reception. It's one of the
We can tell.
Yeah, you sound bad.
Yeah.
You sound really
I'll
bad.
only be on for a few minutes. Don't worry.
Thank God.
I'll Thomas and I were talking. We don't leave that.
No,
Aria?
can't understand her.
Arya,
No.
we can't understand you.
Type it, we'll read it off.
Type it, and I will do an excellent reading of this. No. Okay. All right. All right.
Alright, I'll do the reading.
And now I can enjoy my noodles in peace.
You can eat your noodles like a human being.
Well, technically, that would be with chopsticks. But
Well,
I
mean, aren't the
Fucking
hands
weird.
technically the most popular
Yeah.
utensil?
noodles? Yes,
No,
I'm going
just
to-
generally
yes, I'm going to
speaking.
dig my bare hands into hot fucking water.
Do it.
Inspector.
I'd do it.
Do it.
If I had no utensils, I'd do it. I've
Do
done
it
it
right
before.
now. The
I
elf
am
did
right
it.
across the street from a
All the
hot-
kids at
You are
Coolville
eating my medical bills.
California High School are eating their ramen that way. Freaking elf started a trend. They're all doing it.
No, it was just I asked for ramen from the snack lady at my school, and she didn't have any forks or spoons.
Is
So
that
I just
ramen
went,
or
"Fuck
cup
it."
of noodle? Which are we talking about here?
It's cup noodles.
Talking
Cup
about cup of
noodles.
noodles. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got the creamy chicken.
Creamy chicken.
Yeah. It's Nissan cup noodles, and it's legit called creamy chicken.
Got the creamy salt flavor.
Hell yeah, creamy,
Yeah.
salty flavor. Creamy.
I've got the creamy salt flavor and regular salt flavor.
Oh man. Leave it to the furry.
I'm just reading this off from Cobalt Fossil. I need help figuring out if I'm the problem or if I'm being mistreated. Okay.
Okay, so here's what Arya says. Oh no, I was about to do it. I think I'm gonna do it anyway.
What?
Oh, at perpetually confusing. You said you were gonna read it because I was about to.
Okay, apparently I'm reading this now. So Countess and I were talking. Her and I believe the photos I found are not him, since there is some evidence of the OC going back to 2014. But
Already knew
he
that.
may have made his OC to look like that to this OC so he can hide under this OC. What?
We did know that that character went all the way back to 14. We saw a comment that Silver Quill made on another DA with that same character in it. We did well. The main is the only two artists who shade their main like that. So kind of knew that, but
Hold it. I got
still
something.
doesn't rule out him lifting it or adopting it.
All right, so hold it. I've got this freaking. Sorry, this came up so late in the stream. Just read these off. 1 second. FNGR is streaming, talking about Toon Kritic in 2019 coming back. I think I am ready to share my story. It's been a year. There's some things I need to say about the Discord server I started. TK is a pedo, no question or debate. I'm not here to defend him. What he did was wrong. There's no excuse. He said and started to change with the police or therapist, but he can only say if he went or not. Okay, here's the other
PK
one.
Russell?
As for new to me, claims he's back up to his old ways, is not planning on changing. I am no disappointed. Does not begin to describe how I feel. If Anthony wants to hear me out or not, I will follow whatever they want. If he haven't said this before, from here on out, I do not wish to be associated with him. I mean, at this point, I can do is apologize for trying to help him and ask for forgiveness. I don't actually know who you are, Solarrays. Situation from what it being. I doubt any immediate forgiveness. I don't really quite know. Maybe you talked to them. I was out of my mind that if Toon really changed and apologized, took his consequences and moved on, then maybe a comeback would be welcome. I'm completely on the table. I would have been against that. Now I wish him the worst. As for the art, I don't have any programs that match the art style. I'm not sure who would have done it. I'm not sure what to say here, Solar. I don't know exactly what you've done, but
maybe he was an artist for one of Toon's OCs.
Okay. Let me
But that's just my wacky, crazy elf theory.
How are you involved? I'll just DM them. He is confused.
Are you in? Is he in the chat right now? You watching the stream there? What is this guy?
Solarrays
Rays, Silver Rays.
Yes. Checking out his YouTube.
Yeah, he's here. What's going on?
Well, he's a young kid.
Yeah.
Young kid.
Was he a victim?
He is very young. I will share this with you, Bronyinspector. I expect you to show tact.
Yes, of course.
That is 12-ish, maybe?
Oh, no.
Generous 12-ish? I don't think you have anything to apologize for, son.
No.
That's a
You
3-year-old
don't
video,
think
so I'm assuming he's a bit older now.
You don't think he's a victim, do you?
I don't know.
Oh, I hope not. Oh, that would be that'd be the worst possible thing. Yeah, is that what you're saying here?
Yeah.
I got the same.
21 is young. All right, Solar says he's 21.
Ooh.
Okay.
Boy.
That is the ultimate baby face I've ever seen, kid. Would you like to come in and talk?
Oh. Okay, yeah, that's 21. Okay, all right.
Did you disagree? Yeah, Bronyinspector, show it to the elf. Just get a second opinion.
Oh, I mean, he says he's 21. And that's 3 years ago.
Okay, could somebody? Yeah, does anybody got it and want to share their Discord with Solarrays so we could get him in here?
So yeah, I mean, like he could easily have been 17 in that video right there that we're looking at from 3 years ago. Yeah, I believe. Like, yeah, I mean, he says he's 21 now. That's okay.
We'll tell you what.
Skinny little dude there.
Send me your Discord, Solarrays, so I could have one of my friends add you in. Do it via Twitter. DM me. We're a little skeptical, and we're not looking to beat up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to be talking to maybe an ex-friend of Toon's now. Solar, is that what you're saying? Yeah, no.
One sec.
Take your time. My pizza shows up. I have to break for a second, and I'll be right back. Priorities.
Take your time. Hopefully, it'll line up with my pizza break.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah?
Where are you getting your pizza from?
That's a nice.
It's a nice.
What's wrong?
Oh, okay. I didn't even recognize that.
No, it's a local yokel.
Just a hole in the wall place. Real authentic. Cheese and sausage.
Cheese and sausage.
I'm looking on the.
I am starving like a motherfucker right now.
I am looking on DeviantArt for people who do show style, so I'm looking through all the different art to see if someone does if someone has a drawing like Toon's OC that does like a pair up of the pony and the equestria girls, I guess.
You had before I started that Discord. I want to tell you my side if you'll allow me. Yeah, sure, no problem. Just toss me your Discord. I'll have Bronyinspector add you. Hell, the only Solar I know is a cool guy.
Solar Flare, right?
Yeah. It's the only Solar I know.
I am looking through show style because I also noticed something specific with what they did with the eyes, and I'm trying to find art styles similar. Because even if you do show style, you can still have your own art style in there. So I'm trying to look through this. This might be a bit, but.
I wonder how Sheldon's stream went.
Not sure.
Yeah, I'm just being nosy.
Yeah.
Think I'll mosey my way over there and take a peek. I'm assuming if Leo popped in, that bitch already wrapped up.
Oh, hello. Whose art is this?
Really fat man bitches about Thundercats or something. Well, that's from 2 weeks ago, so that can't be it.
Yeah, YouTube's been doing this thing recently where the stream will disappear for an hour or two after you're done streaming.
Yeah, that's been happening for a while. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna give it to Bronyinspector via Skype, who's gonna add you that way. Pleasure.
Gesundheit.
And sending this to Bronyinspector so he can add you. And here you are, Bronyinspector. Bunk.
Got it.
Okay, cool. And Bronyinspector will be adding you to the call post haste. When I saw this guy's OC, I was like, "Wait, is this the guy from fucking the one Solarrays OC?" There's a fucking YouTube series with a really minimalistic style. I was like, "Oh God, no! Is it that guy?" I know the one who does the What the Hey series.
Round trip.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What the hey?
Oh, that killed me. I died when I heard that. That's.
You don't even have the title.
Yeah, it was way better than DWK. I was like, oh, this is great. This is fresh. It's so stupid.
Yeah, Round Trip is fresh. Yeah, Round Trip is certified fresh for sure.
Leo
Fresh out of
Convoy
the
playing
oven.
Roblox.
Oh my gosh.
Just thought that was worth bringing up.
Yeah, we were talking about that in call earlier, and I was like, oh, if Leo Convoy thinks Roblox is cool, maybe I should try it.
Roblox actually is pretty nice,
Ooh.
Like,
yeah, I've seen a lot of videos about it. Like, there's this guy I watch on YouTube called Flamingo, and he makes videos about it.
The
where
wheels
he's like a giant...
keep going.
Yeah,
Yes, the wheels keep spinning round and round, round and round.
It was me, Leo, Stalin, this guy named Baiji, and Vita who were all playing this.
Raze, I got a link. I sent you a friend request. You accept that?
Yeet. So how's everyone doing in the chat tonight?
Yep.
how
Oh,
are
wait,
you
money.
doing?
I made a typo. I meant the wheels keep going. Blinky Iris. Okay, Blinky.
Blinky!
Yep. We didn't see
I love
Blinky in a
how-
hot minute.
I love how Buns asked, how
Blinky,
are you doing?
FNGR,
and
it seems like
FNGR
keeps
said
going
yes.
with this, huh? Yeah, it does seem to keep going. Good old Blinky, you're good people.
Yeah, Blinky's...
That's who I noticed. Speedy looks like that OC a little bit.
Oh, I know Speedy. He's in the chat all the time.
Yeah,
He's a good bean.
Yeah, I didn't think Speedy unless that was an up the whole time. Alright, here's our guy.
I clicked on the wrong person. Hold on. Get them out of here.
Fucking
They were right above the person I was trying to add.
Well, who is it?
Good job.
Speedy Silvers?
Yeah, don't get that they don't belong here.
I threw them out. It's still calling them though.
Good. Yeah, no, good. Sorry. I was trying to add the Solarrays guy, but I clicked the person like right above him on accident.
That happens. It's okay.
Was it anybody I was gonna have a problem?
No, that's no one of consequence.
Okay. Freddy's Inspector. That's this dude.
Just some dude. Don't worry
we had
about
a really
it, yeah.
bad one night stand.
Oh no.
I wish. No, I don't even know who that is, honestly.
Okay. But
there we go. Solarrays. Did it right this time.
Oh my god.
Speak, Speedy.
Solar.
Hey, gamer.
Oh, Solar.
Hello, folks.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
No, I did it. I did it right this time.
No,
You did it.
When he talked, I was like, oh, please don't be somebody who's annoying. Oh, thank God they sound normal.
No. This has been a long time coming. So
okay, take it away, Speedy. What do you know?
Speedy.
It's not Speedy.
Did I say
Solar. Speedy was what I called the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Absolute.
I'm just saying.
Genius.
Okay.
Galaxy brain ass.
I worked a long time.
Flavor packet again.
Well, I don't know. Let's just start with any questions that you guys have for me.
Well, you said that you were forgiving too. Were you hanging out with them or what?
So what had happened was, this whole thing, if I can remember, it happened back in like January of 2018, correct?
Yeah, some
Around that time. Around that time,
Pedogate? Yeah, that's when that all happened.
Quiet.
Yeah, that's when that started. And after that happened, there was obviously, Toon had his own server, and there was a mix of people on that server. I'm not going to name names, obviously, for sake of being.
You were on this server, is what you're saying.
But yes, I was on this
cool,
server.
Well, no,
I was
hold it. Not to be a penis, but why not?
Why not what?
When you said I'm not going to mention names, obviously, and I said why not?
Yeah.
Just for sake of I think the term is anonymity or something like that. Just
No,
keeping-
it's too late, dude. Brace for impact, dude. Name names.
no, the people who are on that server. The people who are on that server, if they're watching this, they know who they are.
Well,
It's
Solar,
just-
the thing is.
Yeah, but
Solar,
we don't.
Bronyinspector, let me. The thing is, Solar, is that would be fine. This was a normal situation, and you're saying some gossip of something random. But this is about a pedophile who preys on children, and these were people who supported his behavior and backed him up. And I think it's important that we know who these people are because they could be supporting this behavior currently in his current situations, and they could know information that we might need to know. I think that's a fair thing to say, and I hope I didn't come off as harsh or rude.
Yeah,
no, not at all, not at all. You're definitely, I definitely agree with that. I do apologize that it's also a fact of like some of the names from the server I honestly don't know because it's been a year plus.
Well,
And
can you say who you do know at least?
Regardless,
all that I can say, or at least what I do know, is that if you look at, and this continues on with the story, I think I believe this was about in March or April of last year.
Maybe if you continue with your story, we'll have some more context with what these people are, what's going on with all these people anyway.
Exactly.
And then maybe after we know what's going on and we're all on the same page, you'll feel like shedding some light on exactly who we're talking about. Hopefully, we can hope. But why don't you continue with your story about Toon's, was it Discord server?
Yes.
Discord server, of
Discord
course. Okay.
So again, back in January when all this went down, so obviously after the news broke, Toon went completely silent. He was offline, and prior to all this, I had been friends with him, like in direct contact with him on direct messages, in a sense of like, he had a Twitch and, he would grab people from Discord to put in the Twitch call. And at one point, after donating a certain amount of money that I'm not entirely sure of at this point, but it was a pretty interesting amount, I think.
More than $50?
Under 20? Over 20?
Multiple donations, let's say that much.
Multiple of 20 more?
Hey, look, Foxler gave this up. Come on.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. It was like maybe 20 plus a stream or so.
Okay,
but
no, 20 is an impulse buy, and let's continue.
But yeah, and then obviously I think it was the ukulele stream that he did was the first time I actually got on a call with him, and I actually got into direct contact with him. So since then, whenever that was, and that was definitely in like 2017. So before the news broke, before I myself had even like known about. Because I had known about him since the whole cartoons thing. Like, he literally put out the cartoons trilogy when I turned 19. So, it's been a while, obviously. but the point is, he went offline, and I made no attempt to get in contact with him, knowing what had happened. Let me see if I can, because I still have, because obviously with what's happened recently, he's now, if what I can assume is he's gone off of Discord, and his name doesn't show up. His icon is just the default.
Did he talk to you at any point after the information was made public about him? Like, did you? Is that?
I'm getting to that. So
yeah.
on actually almost a year ago now, March 27th, 2018, Toon attempted to come back, and I think what had happened was he had someone else, and I don't know the name off the top of my head right now, but it was. I made a twit long about this when this was a thing, and I'm probably gonna have to look for it at some point. But I made a twit long about my initial reaction to this whole thing, and I believe I had named the person who brought Toon back by name. So if someone can look up that twit long from about
you said March 27th?
March 27th, or somewhere around that time. Probably beforehand, because I made that tweet like before he came back.
Alright,
so,
I'll go look at it.
Or actually, well, then again, okay. So, whatever. But the point is, when he did come back, this was the first time that I had seen Toon like this. You know, I was relatively new with his friend group, I hadn't really followed him all that much until like May of 2016, and I looked at this and was like, you know what, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to see what happens. If he comes back, I want to tell him off and say, what you did was wrong. I hope you know that. If you're going to change and you are 100% behind changing that, if you are showing your old fan base now that you are changing for the better, then I would I accept you with open arms. And I don't stand by that now. Obviously what he did was wrong, and I should not have said that. But for the time being, I said, you know what you did was wrong. If you want, you are telling us that what you did is wrong, and you're showing us that you did go to the police. You did talk to a therapist.
Did you get a chance to say all that to him at any point, or was that just like where you were at the time?
And I had said all of that when he did come back, and I had noticed like he was back online. He's in the server now. Oh my God, what is happening? And everyone was going crazy. What had happened was I was one of the few people who said, "Hey, Zach, do you mind jumping in the voice channel so that you don't have to type everything out, so that it's easier on you, it's easier on us to sort of directly,
You wanted to get him in the call, okay?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
get your ass in the call. I understand the mentality. Yes.
Right. So I had started a call. A few people jumped in, and he was like, "No, I don't feel comfortable right now. I don't." And I'm like, "Okay, fine, whatever. Just say what you have to say." And he starts listing off stuff, and into the voice chat comes Vita. And Toon saw that, started retracting statements, and then shut the server down.
Wait, so,
I actually know one person who was in the chat. I have to find.
Yeah, so that means that there's people who can corroborate this event taking place at this point. Yeah.
I believe so.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, there's a lot of dots that just got connected with that. That's interesting, man.
Yeah.
You should have let it go for a little bit before you fucked that up. But go ahead.
Yeah, I honestly, and then immediately, so my brain was going bananas. Like, I was going insane. I was like, what the hell is going on? Why is the server gone? So stupid me, I contact Toon and I say, "Toon, I swear to God, Toon, don't leave us. and he contacts me. He contacts me and says, "Vita, I had a reason to get the hell out of there." And I'm like, "Who's this Vita guy?
Wow.
Why destroy the server?" He's like, and I quote this. I quote this in his terms, but like I guess at the time I was kind of behind him as well, so I apologize, Anthony. But he says, and I quote, "Vita is worse than both FNGR and Lily Pete. I don't know how he got access to my server."
Well, that's fairly accurate, right? Vita is worse than FNGR and Lily Pete. That's 100%. That is an accurate statement.
I don't know how you don't know why he doesn't like him. Seriously, he cracked the story.
Well, yeah, because in the moment, that was it. I didn't know that in the moment.
Okay.
Like I didn't put two and two together.
You're the first person who's actually told me that, and I was like, I've been waiting for someone to say that. You're peeking a little bit too, so try not to get too loud.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm going through your Twitter, and I'm around March 26th, so I'm going to go and look for that twit long.
Okay.
May I ask if that's okay? There was a person I knew who was in that server. Does the name Admiral Spraker ring any bells?
I do. Yeah, that does.
Yeah, I thought so. Do you have his Discord? Is there any way you could contact him to see if he could give any more information about people in there? Again, it's for the cause of. I'm not finding the twit long anywhere. Was it before?
It was probably before the 27th, because that's when the server went down, and I probably posted it prior.
So wait, what month did that happen?
The
call where Vita came in.
Yeah, curious.
Yeah, that would be right there, March 27th. I lost my place. I'm trying to find it.
That prick didn't share that with me, and I think we were still talking back
well,
then.
March 27th, yeah.
What a selfish cunt. Anyways, that's just me bitching. Anyways.
So, Speedy, that thought had crossed my mind, and I assume that's why. I mean, V would have definitely recorded it. So
yeah.
Anyone who potentially was recording, I don't think was in that call. I've already kind of determined that.
I'm
Is
looking.
there a tape of that call?
You probably have to ask Vita about that.
No,
I didn't record it.
Bother.
Yeah, I didn't record it at all. I was at one of the computers at my college when this whole thing went down.
Right.
So I didn't record it at all. And all that Vita did was literally just pop in.
No, I get it. Like there was no way that dude was gonna hang around if Vita showed up.
Right. Just right on out there. Very quickly.
Makes perfect sense. All tracks, but besides that, and I was more responding to what Speedy was asking, and it's a good question, Speedy. But I'm assuming, big assumption, that there's no tape of this call somewhere.
No.
You would know better than me.
Yeah. I'm not assuming there was all that much given on the call anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I doubt it's very substantive, but man, it would be a trip to listen to.
Well, I mean, Toon never joined that call, so there's no audio of him.
I see.
But it was all like text for him. And
Got it.
I have a dumb question. It was his room. Why didn't he just kick him? He just saw him and fucking bailed from his room. What a bitch.
I don't know. I think that was a cowardly move as well. And I think in the moment I also said that.
I'm still dumbfounded. Well, I can't give that information yet. But no, there's something going on about that later on. Stay tuned.
I met March 3rd,
and
I met March 3rd, and I'm still not finding the twit long.
It's
are you sure it was March?
It's probably closer to January when the whole news broke. But yeah, let's see. Quick thing from the chat. Sneak with Cigar Noah. I know how one of his server members had managed to infiltrate the chat, and that's how Vita got in. Okay. All right. I think. Yeah, I'm not sure if the first one that Toon had made. I'm not sure if he was in there prior to this whole thing happened, but I mean that's some interesting information there. Just reading the YouTube chat. Where was I? Let's see. So So he talks to me about how bad Vita is compared to Anthony and Pete.
Okay.
Blah blah blah. Access to the server. Don't know how he got access. I then respond, "Damn man, look, it's great to see your." I say great as in like back then I thought it was cool that he finally returned after like 2 months of hiatus. Young mind, my apologies for that.
That's the thing.
No, you're here now. You're doing fine.
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
hang on, I found it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, hang on a second. I'm scrolling up because my fucking laptop. There it is. All right, TL. Let me click on that. All right. So the Twitlonger, TLDR version. What Toon did was wrong. The last 48 plus hours that have passed have been full of many terrible things. I feel like I'm driving this down your throats at this point, but I ask you to hear me out. As you all know by now, Toon Kritic Y2K's Issac case has officially been charged with sexual misconduct of a minor. The story broke out over the weekend as a YouTuber channel released documentation of the Skype conversation. There was a word of suggestive images, and ideas, none of which, should have been repeated. I'm trying to find where this,
Yeah, if it was made in January, my apologies. Then I think, yeah. I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't update it. But...
I'm just trying to find where you said, because you said there was a name in here that would be.
Yeah, just to give people context, I know Hateful showed up. We're talking to what's your name? Solar again? What is it?
Solarrays. Hi, buddy.
Solarrays. He's he said that he's used to be on decent terms with Toon even after the shit hit the fan, and he's just confessing about that. He mentioned who Voldemort reading one of Toon's chats, and fucking they all bolted.
Oh, can I not say that name?
No,
can I not say the V word?
Yeah, you can say it. My whole.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No, you're allowed to.
No,
knock yourself out. So, anyways.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but here's the general gist of it. I'm just dumbfounded they didn't just throw him out. I don't get it.
I mean,
maybe it wasn't his specific chat. Maybe he was just.
Was it Toon's chat or what?
This was Toon's server, yeah.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Okay.
My God.
Yeah.
My guess is that he has.
I guarantee you.
Because
after the server got closed down, he rubbed one out to that. Hi.
Well, if he did, then he was doing that the same time he was contacting me. So.
Oh, probably.
So, oof. No, but my only guess would be that did anything prior to this happen between Toon and Vita? Because
I literally just explained over what
Vita outed him, dude. That was who broke the story.
Yeah, that's it. That's
like even before he broke the story.
No,
even before.
Toon's been a shithead, and a lot of.
All right, so let me recap you what happened. So, a bunch of the people who knew about this had opted that they were going to keep quiet about things until like the police move forward. I didn't know anything because nobody told me shit. Nobody.
Same here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it hurt a little bit more because I had a lot of friends who shut up. and it had been about the same time I'd turned on Toon because he fucking goddamn, because of some of his actions, almost got one of my favorite artists, Dog Eye Crimson, to kill themselves, and I was really pissed off. And a lot of my friends had distanced themselves, and nobody's talking to me, so I'm getting progressively more and more angry and pissed. And then the video dropped, and I laughed my ass off because I had more people get pissed off at me, and I was like, look. Fuck him. I don't like the guy. And I still laugh about it. I think it's fucking hysterical. I don't apologize for it. So yeah, go ahead. That's where I come in at that.
Right.
Yeah.
Never apologize for laughing maniacally for learning that a shitbag that you already hate is a pedophile. Instead, laugh more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel bad for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like when I discovered,
you feel bad for the kids, of course, because that was a fucked up thing to happen to the kids. But don't feel bad for the person who fucked them up.
Never feel bad for the person who is unable to accept that they did something wrong.
Yeah, no, never feel bad for them, but it's also like it does fill you like with this feeling of a rock in your stomach, like, oh, this person I knew for a long time turned out to be this horrific monster who preys on children. Like I know that from firsthand. So
like the problem that people do, the problem that I have nowadays is like people will talk about, oh well, you talk this big game about how you shouldn't demonize the people who do things, but it's like you miss the nuance of if they recognize that it's wrong in the first place. If they aren't willing to accept that they need to grow up, that they need to get some help, and that they need to learn why it is that it's wrong.
Oh, go get that pizza.
Amount of fucking respect at all.
Yeah, like if you're a pedophile and stand by your guns of what you're doing isn't wrong, or you don't care what you're doing is wrong, you are beneath human at that point, because a human would care if a child is being hurt.
Yeah.
If you're a pedophile and you are finding some way or another to justify you as an adult interacting with children in a sexual context, I'm sorry, you are the problem. Go get yourself some help before you genuinely hurt someone.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened next?
So where was I? Damn man, this is me talking. Damn man, look, it's great to see you're back, and I'm happy you are seeing a therapist. I believe he had said one of the things he was doing was, of course, seeing that therapist. So right off the bat, he was like, "Look, I know what I did was like, I can't quote him on saying that he knew what he did was wrong. But I can quote him on saying that he was seeing a therapist at the time, and he had been seeing a therapist prior to coming back. And I continued, "Is that all, though?" Toon responds, "The last thing I want," and this is about the whole thing about Vita, so this might shed some light here. "The last thing I want is Vita getting that server and raiding it."
He was worried about a raid, and that was it?
That seems to be the only reason. I had said, "Is that all, though?" He said, "No, it wasn't. I didn't know that would happen. I wasn't going to let Vita raid that server and attack you all," referring to, of course.
He was trying to protect you guys. That was his answer.
He's trying to protect everyone that was in that server who, I guess, didn't leave the server on the initial go.
I mean, right, and it was at the time, you can see, and like even to this day, there's a lot of people who think anyone who stayed loyal to Toon after that deserves any bullshit people threw their way.
That's why
that's why we're here, dude. Yeah.
Right.
Like, I also have to say, I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but I do think it's kind of bullshit he's even seeing a therapist, because if a therapist was told, hey, like if someone told a therapist without having legal repercussions, by the way, I've preyed upon children, I have a feeling, therapists are mandated reporters when it comes to being a safety to themselves or others, such as either being suicidal or having homicide or anything like that. So I have a feeling the therapist probably would have tried to report him, or would have done so, or put him into like a mental hospital or some shit. So I kind of find it a bit bullshit that he's saying he's seeing a therapist due to the fact of his action.
The issue is that if he talks to a therapist and the therapist reports it, but the police can't dig up enough to get a warrant, they can't necessarily do anything.
Jesus Christ. Well, did he ever mention if the therapist said anything about his actions, like what they were thought about it, or like
well, the fact that he was still trying to talk to people on Discord, and the fact that he did end up going back and trying to, talk to minors on Discord, probably tells you a lot about how seriously he was taking therapy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like the kind of guy who would lie to his therapist to me, just make it as unproductive and easy for himself as possible.
Like, that sounds like me when I was like 16 or 17.
And I think a lot of people go through that when they start therapy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm to the point where it's like, and now I'm to the point where it's like, no more bullshit, no more worrying about what she's gonna think about me. I just need to get right to it.
Your therapist was a woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shut
wow.
up.
Yeah,
she's also the only professional in the entire state of Indiana who was willing to take on my unique set of problems. So
no, dude. Come on, that was
uncalled for, Bronyinspector. That was kind of an uncalled for comment.
Yeah, he was being I did start to laugh in my
joke.
head when you said she was the only professional in Indiana.
No, and dude, please don't. It was a joke. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but at the same time, you were a bit of a cunt for doing it at the time.
He is Bronyinspector.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But
True.
Pretty consistent, dude. Come on.
When my voice starts to actually get kinda, not obnoxious, I'm trying to talk real shit.
Okay.
And that's
No,
I'm don't joke around.
Okay.
And yeah, you shouldn't joke around with people when they're trying to talk about like actual experiences that help. Like shed light upon situations. It's kind of just a dick move.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, it was a really. I know that it was what.
Yeah.
Like.
There's some.
Okay.
There's some
sorry.
people who have
Rolado,
ties to my
sorry.
relatives who
Okay.
Actually have. I think I'm going to be talking with them soon about. Being part of panels that they might hold in the future about some of my experiences online, and being able to really, to me, that feels like a way to reconcile them,
Mhm.
And because we could talk all this stuff about, oh, Toon Kritic did this or that, but the problem is you also have to realize what needs to happen moving forward, because it's obvious that there is some critical failing, whether it's on the part of parents, whether it's on the part of the internet as a whole, in a sense, as a community, but there's something going on which is leading to kids being in situations that they shouldn't be in, and something has to give, and some change needs.
Aren't we way off target here? We're supposed to be talking
someone talk over this furry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Back to Solarrays.
Right,
Here, hold it. Here's.
I may as well dip.
Yeah, no.
I got shit to do. So.
Yeah, no. Godspeed.
Peace.
Okay.
All right. I have some serious questions for you, guy, because I've gone through your follows, and I got good news and bad news. The good news is, I haven't found you following anything that's pedophilic. The bad news is, why in the fuck are you following Cosmopolitan, Vanity Fair, and Victoria's Secret? I'm just curious. You have some very eclectic tastes. I'm just wondering.
I don't know. I can't. I think that I'm not sure when that was made. That
Blueberry.
I think that was probably made when I made my account the first time around.
Why are you following?
Because like here's the thing. Because like when
who the fuck is Macy's even still open?
Wow.
Macy's still open.
There's still a department store in my area, sure. But no, like. I don't know. I think that was just
who the fuck follows these things, man? Just ask.
My reasoning I can only tell you is that when I made my account, my mind was like, okay, I have to follow this, and all of like the companies that were on like the suggested for you section of Twitter. My mind was just I wonder
why you were getting suggested Victoria's Secret
from Macy's.
It's like I don't listen. I don't shop at these places. Let the record stand. I don't shop at these places. I don't stand around these areas being a pedophile or creep.
There's Macy's bags everywhere. Wait, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
God, if something happens from this, guys, God.
I understand I'm being horribly wrong here, but I was looking through this Twitter and I was like, I don't care how serious Farlito's being. I have to talk a little. Denny's! You are following Denny. Why?
Because why not? Because they're in the suggested category.
No, I'm not suggesting it means UPS. He's following the BBC.
Okay, I just want to here was the thing. I was pulling out a really inappropriate joke so everyone would laugh, and then someone would get the guy back on the story. I didn't think it was going to backfire that bad.
Little Debbie.
Again,
if I didn't have you in the call with me right now, I would look at this account. Oh, this is a bot. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I have a question. Do you follow CNN?
I think he does.
You can check.
He follows Disney Animation, Disney Toyland.
Because I love Disney, man.
Hold on a second.
Why are you following Bank of America?
Are you following
wait, I have a question. Why are you following New Bedford?
You're following. He is following. All right, center stage. He is following IHOP. Yes.
Wait,
you know what? I'll give you this. You're following Dark Horse Comics. Good man.
I have a question that's kind of serious.
Go for it.
Why are you following specific areas in Massachusetts? Is it because like you're a local or some shit?
Yes, that's my area.
Okay.
All right.
I would just believe he follows everything after looking at this.
Yeah.
Follow.
Follow.
That's how they collect more of your data. That's good. That's why we have all these platforms. Oh boy, I love following.
Florbella in the YouTube comments. Yes, I am following PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie, everybody, please.
Okay, hold on. We don't want to get deplatformed here. Come on, man.
Here, W.
Are you
Hold
following
on.
teasers? No. Unsub from
Are you
teasers.
following Haynes?
He's following Pringles. That's the line.
You're following Haynes.
Can we get back on topic, please?
Why are you following that Orbiter Flufflepuff?
God.
Are you following Flufflepuff?
Yeah.
Anthony.
Go ahead. Yeah, fine. You did
Anthony,
your thing,
please.
guy.
Please, thank you.
Yeah, no, okay.
Following aside, back to my Discord stuff. Blah blah blah. Where was I? Wasn't gonna let Vita raid the server in Takua. I then responded, "Can you let us back in?" Because at the time I had no idea about Discord. I was extremely new to Discord. I pretty much got a Discord because of Toon and Twitch and whatnot. And then he responded, "It's gone. So the server is just it's nowhere to be found anymore." I then said, "Listen, I know you're not up for talking with the voice chat yourself, but can I just call you and just have my audio going? Is that possible?" Basically saying, listen, I know you don't want to talk. That's fine. But I want to talk to you, okay? So is it okay if I call you, you mute your mic, and then I can just talk to you and you can text me? And then I just said, well, he said, actually, I guess he took it the wrong way, and he said, audio going, what, record me? I said, no. Mainly because I didn't have an audio recording device, and also I couldn't because I'm at my college at this point. And he says, okay. I said, your audio muted, my audio on. I start the call, and immediately he comes back with, I don't feel comfortable with that right now. I'm like, that's fine. I won't rush you. Take your time. And then he says, and I quote, you want answers. I can provide them as long as this stays between us. And I know this now sounds like I am breaking his trust, but the man is off of Discord, okay? The man does not have any direct he cannot.
So hold on, question real quick. Don't mean to interrupt. I
Go
get
for it.
Toon definitely flew the coop, but did you ever have that one-on-one talk with him?
No.
No.
Never. He never got on audio. I never once talked to him like that.
Yeah.
It was only through text, which, for sake of this, is actually more.
Well, no, it's still like I'm literally sitting on the edge of my seat, wondering where this is going to go next. But I just wondered, did he ever give you the call, or was he just bullshitting you? Which is what it sounded like to me from your story. But yeah.
What I would like to know is if you know all these things and you say he's unforgivable, why wouldn't you give us the name of the people who were in the chat room?
We're getting to that.
Yeah.
We're hopeful. I feel like we're getting around to that because there's some
people in the YouTube comments as well saying I think some of them are here, and if they want to let their voices be heard, then by all means, post in the comments.
Right,
but
they do know.
Well, yeah, Grimmy Monsters is a Rouge, and basically Solar. He is still on Discord. He's just made another account.
Sheldon just said he talked to Toon 3 days ago. He's on Discord. Lamafau, and he did call you a dummy also.
Well, Shelly, I know who you are. I've heard of this name before. At this point, I don't care.
You know this man?
He helped out with showcasing off my Discord. And I'll get to that in a minute, but
So you know this man, Sheldon?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, this is getting interesting.
And why don't you get to that part then?
No, Shelly's in watching the stream right now. Is what
I could add him in.
How do you know this guy, Shelly?
Again, I'll get into more detail of it later.
All right,
but
no, Shelly's saying you're full of shit, dude. Oh, whether you're factually accurate. Okay, all right. Excuse me. Sorry, Shelly did not say you were full of shit. He wants to make sure you're not full of shit.
I literally
He
have.
doesn't know you either.
Let him go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's just let him go. But continuing on, I said, I'm listening. This conversation does not leave this chat. Plus, knowing me, I'll probably forget it until I log into Discord next time. I don't know how much time you have, but say as much as you can. He then responds, then I advise you read this sheet then. I have been writing in this sheet since January 24th. Proof of change and answers and context you will need. And I believe, Anthony, you have this document, Fortitude Save?
Oh, the fun story about that. When I gave Buttons my laptop, that ended up being on there. Voldemort ended up bitching. Congratulations, Anthony. Buttons has it now. That's gonna get leaked all over the fuck. That's your
Sheldon's
What?
asking in call.
What?
Hang on, let me find the.
He's asking to get on the stream. I don't know.
All right.
No, I believe Sheldon clearly said, and I quote, "Unless you come into barrel, I'm not going to talk to you, Anthony." I wouldn't want to make you a liar.
All right.
Sheldon. Now, to tell you what, Sheldon, if you admit in down there, I, Sheldon Penderhust, am a bitch, and I am prepared to talk to Anthony. Now, you could come in.
No.
No. He went out of the way. I said, "Are you? Do you have a hunch, Sheldon?" And you said, "I do." I'm like, "Well, I think you're wrong."
Yeah, you got something, man. That's what I'm gunning at here.
Anthony,
I don't know what you guys are currently beefing about at this point.
Right, let me find.
No, he was very matter of factly. You come into barrel or no, Maggot.
Okay,
that's not happening.
I'm.
All right, look, I'm finding the document for Toon Kritic.
No, Sheldon. You said you.
He's qualifying.
No. Yes, that's you wanted to play a zero-sum game. We're playing a zero-sum game.
Yeah.
Boy.
This is your idiot tax.
Oh. Anthony's been laying the idiot tax on a lot right now. I feel like you have something you could add to this right now, even.
Buttons.
Do you? Well, do you? That's the question I have, Shelly.
Toon character sheet. What is this?
It's basically Toon Kritic. I don't know why it was called that, but basically it's a document that Toon Kritic wrote. It's kind of like a diary or something, talking about all of, like saying he has multiple personality disorder, fucking basically, and cartoons is another personality, and shit like that, and blames cartoons for his actions, which is fucking bullshit.
Well, the point was we read that off. I think half that stream might have been about Buttons. I forget. Those were difficult times.
Yes.
Yeah, but
We're past that.
yeah, no, I'm past that whole point here.
This is the document.
Yeah.
I can confirm that is the document.
Yeah.
All right.
Toon's character sheet. Oh god. Yeah, it sounded like it was copy pasted from somewhere. It didn't. I was like, this feels familiar. I feel like I've heard shit like this. Probably taken from a book.
Probably, or he probably, like, what he did was he probably took like something on the internet, like fill out this information, or check mark box this area or something like that, or like I don't know, but it doesn't sound as organic as, because from what I remember you telling me is Toon is a lazy bum who wouldn't do his own legwork.
Shelly, I didn't have a question. I was saying I feel like that you would have something to add to this call, despite what appears to be going on between you and Anthony. Just to clarify what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, one second here. Ask him why he blocked me for some reason. Hateful asks.
He'll block too.
No, I'm assuming Hateful is referring to old boy here, Solar.
I
understand Hateful could be a pain in the ass, but go ahead.
Let me check my blocked. It's Vita, right? Vita is Shelly. Yes.
No.
Okay.
Good lord!
Okay,
Come on, man.
Sheldon has all.
Maybe it's just me. I do apologize if that was wrong.
Let me explain. Sheldon has all of his teeth. Sheldon has 2 felony convictions. The other guy, not so much.
I don't know.
To the guy, don't get pissed off at him for not knowing.
I think his name's coming up soon, but I'm not sure.
Have some patience.
No,
They're
not. They're not even.
What I'm trying to say is, Hateful is a different guy, Shelly is a different guy, and Vita is a different guy. They're completely different people, and Hateful is saying that you blocked him.
Okay, well, I'm looking on Discord. I might need to check Twitter as well.
Well, Hateful, do you have an idea why he blocked you? Because if not, it might have just been him, I don't know.
Maybe I messed up, but maybe also I might have seen him talk about Toon, and I guess in my anger, I might have blocked him.
Alright, sure, I'm on decent terms with Hateful at the moment, for now.
Yeah, Hateful's eye.
Yeah, let's see.
How do I check? Okay, I'll have to check that in a sec, but I want to at least continue here.
Here he is.
Oh, you put him in?
Okay.
I didn't.
Who put Hateful up? Who put Hateful in?
No, Step put him in. That's fine. I was looking to do it myself, so it's fine.
Hateful is
He asked
coming
me
in.
earlier. I
Yeah.
didn't.
So what's up, Hateful? I didn't expect this to matter.
It's still ringing.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Yeah, even Buttons has learned to deal with Hateful, so you at least be that tough for me, guy.
No, Shelly. He's telling us his story of having talked to Toon after the after Toon's supposed absence from the
we did that guy early on, and he never came into the call. Actually,
Yeah, he.
That guy was very, very big brained. His level of sophistry that we did at the very beginning of the call was very infuriating.
He was Shelly levels of frustrating.
Worse.
Worse. Way worse.
Because at the same time, I've had for all Sheldon's migraines, I've had some good experiences. That other guy was just garbage the whole time.
Yeah, and Sheldon's actually smart.
Okay. Rocky is trying to say. Rocky's trying to say he wants to come into the call.
All right, put the moo in.
All right.
Everyone's a Vita. Okay, muted accounts. I think.
So Silver Pancake says, "Yo, Toon's therapist is a family friend and not a legal therapist. Not shocked. That sounds about right. Thank you, Pancake.
Oh my God.
You are the MVP of the evening. God bless."
Yeah, that's a good nugget right there.
So it's not even. So he's not even a fucking professional therapist. A fucking.
I thought friend to family. Right.
Fuck you, Sheldon.
What did he say?
No, I got it and he didn't.
Oh.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Fuck you, Shelly.
I think he had a hunch he was getting in.
A hunchback.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Also, Shelly, I am checking my Twitter and I don't see you as blocked.
I think he meant Hateful.
Hateful, dude. That's not who we were.
Well, no one's blocked on my Twitter. No one's blocked on my Twitter. No one's blocked on my Twitter. Vita's the only one blocked on my Discord.
Oh my god. Okay. Now, Solarrays. Okay. Hateful was saying you blocked him. Shelly is just saying he wants to make sure you're not full of shit. Vita is a completely different person from these entities. Can you understand?
Okay.
Calm down.
No, breathe.
Okay.
It's okay. It's fine.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just these names are apparently mixing me up. I apologize to all three of you, but point is, yes, Vita's the only one I'm blocked to on that I have blocked on Discord, and I have no one blocked on Twitter. So.
Okay. So Hateful.
Doubt it, but okay.
Hateful, you coming?
I can show you a screen cap.
Unless Hateful was.
No, that's okay.
Like count to 10, guys.
2, 3, 4, 5.
4, 5.
No, you don't do it out loud. That's not how count to 10 works.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah. I waited
holy
to have
shit.
him come in. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. We want to move on? We want to continue this rabbit hole story?
Hopefully, if it's going anywhere, I would love...
No, you don't have to worry about reading the chat. Do your thing, guy.
Yeah, no.
I would love this story to have a penultimate moment that I'm waiting.
Yes.
Yeah, why don't you like skip ahead?
Yeah. No, take it away. Just talk.
Pick up where you left off. No need to
Shut
skip
the
ahead.
fuck up and let the man talk. Holy shit.
I'll try and be as...
No, just talk about the plot. Stop apologizing.
So initially I put forward to save on a Google document. I copied it onto a Word document. He responded, "Why are you highlighting everything? This is private." I said text-to-speech, easier reading, and I shared a screen cap of an online text-to-speech program so that I can just listen to it while I do some other stuff. And I said, And after a while of listening to it, I said, listen, Toon, I need to get going. Give me a week to listen to this and wrap my head around this new story. I swear to all things holy, I will not let this leak. In 6 to 7 days, I will contact you again. I will then tell you how I feel. I'm still mad about this whole thing, but I'm happy to know you're okay. Stay strong, stay cool, stay awesome, keep burning bright. Have a good night. Those last 2 words being my catchphrase at the time.
Okay.
I was working on a new catchphrase at the time, you see. Okay.
No, let him
So
go.
yes,
Stop interrupting him.
No, he's got
and
it. Go.
And again, this was how it was back then. I do not stand by these comments today.
You
I
chose
would.
digits, did you? I'm sorry. Go.
Okay. Did you stick with that catchphrase?
No, shut up.
No,
Please say yes.
Continue. No, that was go on, dude.
Well, all right, well, moving on. He said thank you. About 3 days later, I finished the document. I let him know, and I had decided to start a new server. I wanted to start from scratch. Saying I have yet to finish the document, rather. I said, so I have yet to finish the document, but I invite you to join this new server. Makes it easier for me to talk directly to you without having you to use your mic. RIP stream group, also blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, and if I'm not the only person from the server who was in contact with you before you shut it down.
Point, it sounds like you're inviting him to your server. Like, you really want him back at this point. This is what it
because
sounds
I
like.
wanted answers at the time.
Okay.
I wanted to know. He said, what are your thoughts so far? I said, I don't know, dude. I'm still kind of torn. Like, I'm confused. You say that you had a bad relationship with your mother. Which one? Don't you have 2? He responds, my biological. It's not, ellipses, bad. And I said, but it wasn't as tight as you made it out to be, question mark.
Ooh.
Wait, hold it.
He then says...
No, hold it. This one's actually a good question. Is this the guy who made the recording for the PSA for the secret Discord Toon server? Sir?
Are you...
Discord Toons?
If you don't know what he's talking about, just say no.
I mean... I did start a server, yes.
Did you? No. Did you?
I wouldn't call it
Are you the
secret.
guy who made the recording?
All right,
PSA.
hold it. Have you ever made a PSA?
That is me. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
There we go.
I am that person.
Okay, there you go.
If that audio was put out, then yes, this is the same person. So he responded, we just haven't always seen eye to eye on a lot of things. She intimidates me. I always thought I had to be someone else for her because of my autism. She would have...
Spin the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. Step right up. Round and round. Where's it go? Where it stop? Nobody knows.
She would have...
The wheel of excuses.
She would have preferred I was normal. I know that. And she blames herself for that. She's always had issues with anger and guilt.
Who's she?
And I'm assuming the mother.
Okay.
Okay.
And she always pushed me to do my best, but through the whole, you gotta help support your family. This is your job now with my work. I don't know what his work is outside of Twitch and YouTube, but whatever.
I never believed that for the fucking life of me. And as for the autism thing, when I ran into him in Chicago when we were getting on the airplane, he walked up with a note from his doctor saying he had autism so he could board early.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
I doubt that even works.
It did!
Oh my God.
It totally did!
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, as I sit here and breathe, sir, it worked. And I looked at him and he's like, hey, don't judge me, it worked. I'm like, oh, okay. I went and did it myself.
Fucking degenerate. Oh my god.
That is the easiest thing I've ever heard. I'm gonna try that sometime.
That's alright.
I hate him already.
Oh boy. Blah blah blah. This will work. And what I wanted to be a hobby turned into a stressful job because when I want making enough, I guess when I wasn't, she kept pushing and pushing me. She kept pushing and pushing me, and I'm like, I can't. I'm not Dr. Wolf or Josh. I can't make as much as them. And she's like, oh my god, you are my son. You are the best. You should be making just as much as them, if not more. I never told Will, Joey, Bliss. I never told them that.
Julie, Bliss.
There was a lot I hadn't told them. and then me using the carrot, implying a lot I hadn't told them. Yeah, I know that feeling. Then again, we don't know each other as much as you and your friends knew each other. He says, even so. I say, well, anyway, while I have you, I do have some offhand questions, just things I need to know regardless of the events in January. He says, okay. Let's see. Before the incident, you were supposed to do...
How much of this are you making up?
This is all real.
Okay.
I can send screen caps if you want.
No, yeah, sure. Okay.
No, it's in the fucking script down there.
Yeah, no, it's insane. No, I'm just like, wow, this is nuts. Yeah.
Here,
Go on. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
I've
seriously.
put the Toon script up before, but I'll do it again if. Yeah.
Here's the chat that I'm on right now.
I put it in the video.
Here's my screenshot. You guys can check it out if you want.
Look, Rocky.
Whoa.
It's there. I've knew about it.
It's right there.
Yes.
It is, but I'm just making fun of his voice. Continue.
Rocky, come on.
Rocky, you're amazing.
Rocky, the way to make fun of people without making fun of their voice is come up with a new voice to say the thing he just said.
Well, but the thing is, this guy's giving us information. Let's not shit on him.
Yeah, come on.
Like, come
no,
on.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
That was a one-time thing.
I didn't mean for that comment to.
All right, no. Let's stop dogpiling
us
Rocky.
out.
Let's fucking keep it going.
Yeah,
let's go. Go. Solar.
Oy vey.
Yes.
Okay. Before the incident, you were supposed to do a birthday stream. Obviously, it didn't happen, but did you manage to get those gifts beforehand? Are they still in the P.O. box? I emptied out the P.O. box ending of February. I did get everything. He got what I sent. Hopefully made up for what I did Christmas, blah, blah, blah. Look, I'm over that. It's all good. Yeah. Basically what had happened was I sent a giant care package in December of I didn't know there were things he didn't really care about, like I had sent him some WWE cards, and I had sent him Cubs World Series commemorative cards, but I also sent him little figurines that I didn't want or had duplicates of, and I literally accidentally sent him a pencil that I used to write the letter with. And I was literally, it was like a giant cardboard box
that I used to write the letter with. That is.
I actually have a question based upon this information. Does he still live in his old address in Chicago? Would he get out of Dodge?
Well, I would, from what I can assume, because he obviously didn't share locations with me. The P.O. box that he used.
Send him something?
It was a P.O. box.
What state? Well, what state is what I'm asking.
In his state, it's in Chicago.
Yeah,
around Chicago.
I have a question though, and I just based off of two different things. Are you a pack rat? A hoarder.
What?
A hoarder.
Are you a hoarder, dude? Do you have a bunch of shit around your house?
I mean,
I knew it. Oh, I can tell.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably a 2 at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So a 5. Okay.
No, it was just judging by all the Twitter follows, and he was I accidentally packed my pencil and all these other toys in there. I couldn't.
That was a legitimate accident, actually, because after I sent the package, I'm like, wait, where the hell did my pencil? And then, where did my pencil go? And the stream comes up. I'm like, oh, that's where it went.
It's under the pile of garbage. Okay.
No, it went to him.
The wrapper from the hot pocket I was eating while I wrote the letter.
I mean, there's flies buzzing around it, but okay.
Right.
Can we not shit on the guy giving us information?
Go.
I'm just bantering. I'm pretty sure he can handle it, right?
Playing with the guy, he seems alright.
Yeah, he seems okay.
Yeah.
Seems alright. Yeah.
Well, can we stop interrupting him?
Yeah. No, go ahead.
No, and I appreciate the support. I'll let you guys know if it goes too far. Thank you for looking out for me, by the way.
You're good.
Yada yada yada. Hopefully makes it for Christmas. Yada yada. Also, have people still been sending you letters telling you how they felt? He says, I closed it. I said, fair enough. He said, I went to empty it, and I found a couple of envelopes with Subway coupons in them.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
I sent him question marks. He said, I shut it down in the beginning of February.
Jared, I got
Subway.
it. Yeah.
Jared.
Yeah, I got it.
Pedo.
Jared.
Yeah, Jared. Yeah, I got it. I got the joke.
His regards.
Yeah. So I'm like, at the time I'm like, okay, That's just stupid. Now, you say you were not on the run. You say you were not on the run, so how many response videos have you seen? Thinking, he's probably been online. A large majority of them, he says. FNGR, Vita, Lily, and Horse News crew are taking absolute delight in burying this into the ground as much as possible. I've heard, I've read, and I emotionally cannot look at that stuff anymore without being sent into a PTSD moment. That is how bad all of this has gotten for me, despite the therapy and rehab I've been going through for the past 10 or so weeks now.
Oh, that was better than porn.
My
hearing that.
PTSD,
Anyways.
guys.
No, wait. This guy claims that because the pedophile claims. Gee, are you fucking serious?
Good stuff.
Actual fuck. Toon will continue to make things up and tell them to people. Like, how much of this shit is just like...
I do believe that he watched my videos rocking back and forth crying. I'm cool with that. That makes me happy.
Alright, fine. Fair enough.
And then I'm
back for the Toon. Pay him back for the pencil.
I was on his ass since that moment I realized that I had sent the pencil. I'm like, dude, send me that thing back. You don't need it. You literally don't.
If he ever fucking opens up a Twitter, hashtag Solar's pencil.
Oh, please let that be a
Solarrays pencil.
Solarrays, well, yeah.
Solarrays.
Solar.
We gotta raise awareness, folks.
Solarrays pencil, everybody.
I think, you go.
Oh, no. No, you go. I was
just continue the story.
No,
You sure?
Yeah, continue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay. I then responded to that saying that a few of those folks would say you deserve it. I mean, if I were in your shoes, I'd totally think that. He says, no, I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. And I said, same though, it sucks, man. He's like, if Will or Joey had this happen to them, I wouldn't have thrown them to the wolves like this. Friends and family stick together, ride or die. And I said, guess
ride
it.
or die, man. Friends and family.
I'm like,
wow.
Guess it. Oh, I'm so going. I said, guess it was too many sticks for the backs of their camels, though. Sorry, I told you I'm still on the fence about this. Being like, oh wait, I'm leaning towards their side now. Better stabilize. And he's like, well, I'm not the monster. Everyone is making me out to be. I've made mistakes over the years, but I've used my time to think back on all of them. See what went wrong and what I could do in the future to prevent that. That is all anyone can do if they are willing to change.
Toon, do a backflip into a wood chipper.
Yes.
It seems that's what he did. Seems that's what he just did. And I said, giving him the benefit of the doubt, I think at the time I was like, look, as an outsider, I don't know who's trying to gain sympathy points and who's just relaying facts. It's going to take a long time for everyone to get past this, but whatever happens, hopefully everyone is satisfied. And he said, points? Dude, this is... And I'm like, I know, metaphor. The term's just been thrown around recently. And then I'm like, I gotta go, currently on lunch break from work, blah, blah, blah. And then later that day, I think he changed... I'm not sure. Something happened, and I said too obvious a name for the group chat, because I had based it off of the Fortitude save title. And he's like, no, that's fine. And I'm like, okay, I asked if the name changed. Like, oh, no, or maybe he changed his name? I think he might have changed his name, like, directly after that. I don't know what to. I don't think I wrote that down. But he says, so I'm like, oh, okay, I asked because the name changed. He says, just doing it as an extra precaution. I then say, of course. So who else is there? Clearly you went over, okay, here's the name. Capstone. Capstone Princess, I believe the Discord name was.
Yeah, we already talked.
Yeah, that was the person who introduced Toon back into the server. And I said, clearly you've won them over. Are there more? And he says, I wanted to generally make things right with her. We were friends. Things just went south. I explained my side of the story, and we're helping each other out. She wanted answers as closure. and then responding to me, yes, there are more. I would say I can't reveal names because I don't want anyone else being witch hunted for this. I can tell you there are around 10 or so. And I said, that's a start. Send them the link. They're probably worried about why the server went down last week. Me referring to Toon, the old server, not the new one. Toon said, I don't have any of them as friends, really, the people in the server. I'm talking people outside the server who weren't in it. And I'm like, I see. So I'm the only one from the server left, other than Cav, of course. And he said, you and I think Jack. And I can't for the life... I'll probably coming up, I'll see who this Jack person is.
Lippy Nolan. Please, Lippy.
I'm like, okay then, look, I'm going back to work. Contact you Monday. After I read the explanation in full, be in the server explaining my thoughts. Feel free to blah, blah, blah. Any questions? Knowing me, I'll have my mic on so I don't need to type. And then about a week later... Oh, and I had sent him because... Do you guys know this band called Paramore?
Yes.
Okay, so in 2017... Okay, so in 2017, they released an album called After Laughter. And I love that album. I think it's one of their best albums today. And for some reason, at the time, I thought this album and the titles of the songs and all the feelings 100% like represent how the fandom is feeling, how I feel, how Toon feels. It's like the perfect culmination.
I have a question. Now, this is really important. Is it as good as Good Charlotte?
I mean, I have not heard a lot of Good Charlotte.
You don't have to answer that.
Okay, keep it going, guys.
Yeah, let it go.
Yeah, like
can
we? I understand you like.
Well, he got sidetracked by music, and I'm like, I don't.
No, I was like, well,
okay,
you
so
needed to wear an onion on your belt.
You know what I'm trying to say, is, guy, you're giving us.
I know. I'm
important one.
I'm continuing on, right?
That was maybe a little too much content.
Skipping over there. Like that was April 9th now when was that? So yada yada yada. That was April 7th. Yeah, so this was early April now. It was a thing, yada yada yada. I'd sent him 2 audio clips. I hadn't been in contact with him until April 10th. And I believe this was at the time when someone, and I guess the fanbase had seen that someone had gotten the Toon Kritic Y2K handle on Twitter. Which is
was that dumb kid that we had to talk out of getting rid of that?
Yeah, that was recent. That was fairly recently, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently back in April. Yeah. Apparently back in April it happened, but it was like at Toon Kritic Y2K the handle is available but hasn't tweeted anything. And I was like, I found out about it and I'm like, is this him? So I say, dude, what is this? And a picture of it. And he says, that is not me. I haven't touched Twitter. I'm like, well, it's not me. I can say that much. That page should at least say that it doesn't exist, like YouTube. He's like, very weird. I'm like, I'm not even going to bother with that. It's weird. It's not you, but I don't care.
Hold it.
Someone in the chat.
No, I got this one. From what I understand is that he popped up on Twitter and I was told he was trying to reach out to other people. From what I had heard, he tried reaching out to his friends and the one who I know who came forward about it sketchy. He's like, no, get the fuck out of here. That's as the story goes. If it's back in April, I think I could be right. Yeah.
I wanted to quickly say someone in the chat when you said Jack Red Play. That's a barrel person. So if Jack contacted Toon, oof.
You'll have to inform me. What is this barrel that everyone keeps talking about?
Oh boy.
Another group. Don't worry about it for right now. But
okay.
Do you know what's the Jack person? What's his last name, if anything, or full?
Red Play.
Morrissey.
Is it?
The guy in the chat or the guy at
is the guy you're referring to when you refer to Jack Red Play?
Okay.
Is it that person?
That sounds familiar to me. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's that person.
It's most likely that person. Yeah.
Most likely, or is?
I would say yes, it is.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
I mean, I might be wrong, but for now, I can say that yes, that's who it is.
Let me go to Twitter and find Jack's stuff and see who.
It's my best guess. Apologize, but that's just all right. So yada yada. So should say that doesn't exist like YouTube. Very weird. Blah blah blah. Speaking of Twitter, I let him know that the cartoons Twitter, like his separate Twitter for cartoons, it was still up at the time. Not sure if it's up now. It probably is. But he's like, oh, that's weird. That's weird. Like, why is that up? Where am I? Oh, I lost my place. This is March now. No, not March. In May, rather. I gotta go back further. Let's see. Wait a second. Hold on. I'm seeing Shelly now. Now I'm seeing Shelly here.
Where?
In my in these messages that I'm having.
In the logs he's rolling through.
Oh, okay.
He's there. I just saw his name, so I'm gonna get to them once I can.
Okay.
What
did Shelly do?
I'm trying to find it again.
Some guy named
Did he call you a beta? Because that's totally Sheldon if it did.
Did get called a pussy, I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you don't have enough confidence. That's the thing.
It's true. You could fly, kids.
Let's see. Very weird. Oh yeah, he apparently forgot that he still had cartoons up. So.
Jeddah, who are you?
But.
Why are you asking to get in?
The guy.
At least. And then I'm like, I literally said, with the cartoons Twitter still up, I said, at least you have an avenue to come back with. Lol, not really, because I'm kidding. Like, obviously he wouldn't come back on the second Twitter, and he's like, certainly not with that. I'm not coming back.
Yes, he is.
I think he
might not have come back.
If he thought he could get away with it.
Back in April of last year, yeah. I'm like, I didn't say you were. I'm just joking. Came off bad. I know. My apologies. Anyway, don't think I got a response. But so yeah, audio, yada yada yada. Blah blah blah. Then he contacted me on the 14th. 3 days later, he says, I did find some people from the old server. I'm like, okay, send them to the Discord.
Audio. What is that you're talking about?
It's just me talking.
You keep going, send him some audio, yada yada yada. What was the audio? What did you explain what that consisted of?
It's basically just consisting. It was basically, as I said before, I wanted to tell him how I felt, and that audio was me just talking to a microphone, telling him, "Hey, this is how I feel about this situation. You did terrible stuff, and it's going to be hard for me." It's going to be hard for...
I take it, stop me if I'm going out on a limb. I take it you don't fully stand behind what you said to him then, otherwise you wouldn't be glossing over it kind of the way you...
I just honestly don't...
I'll give you that, which if that is the case, I'll give you that. I'm just curious as to what the audio you were referring to was.
I think with this, I do stand behind with what I say, but I can't for the life of me remember at the moment what it was. Maybe I do. I still have it. I still have the message.
You still have it though. That's a beautiful thing about an audio recording. You don't need to remember.
I didn't delete it. Thank God. I can send it. I can send the audio file to someone.
I was just curious as to what it was. If I decide, I don't think you pretty much explained what you said to Toon at the time. But I mean.
Right.
Sure, if you want to send it, I'd listen to
that. Would have to probably be via this.
Whenever. It's all good.
Well, all right. You know what? I don't know if this has already been, like, quote unquote leaked, but this is it.
No,
you guys if you guys want to play it at any point, if you guys want to play it at any point, that's fine by me. Just let me know. But yeah, that audio, if anyone wants to take a listen to it, that's whatever I say on there, that's what I said. But yeah, so I asked him for the names of the people. Who are they? I may know them. And oh boy. So 3 names. He gave me 3. Red Play, Jedi Padawan Daniel, who I believe is in the YouTube chat currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having him give
Who is
me
that,
his,
anyways?
Who?
He
Daniel?
Was in the,
Yeah, I just came back.
He was in the chat. He was in the chat room with this guy. I gave him my Twitter handle to DM me his Discord, and he wants to join the call to give info.
Yeah, and I said before, I don't know who someone said before, but yes, Spraker was there as well.
Yeah,
Spraker.
I said Spraker. I knew him personally.
Yeah.
I don't have his Discord anymore. I've blocked him because he associated with Toon. If I had to go on my block list, I could probably find him, and we could try to see if we could get him in the call if need be.
Yeah, well, he seems to be at work at the moment, but yeah, if he's back, then if he wants to come on, then by all means.
What is his Twitter or not his Twitter? Discord.
I thought you said you had it blocked, but
I'm looking. I don't get him.
Jedi sent you a DM.
All right, thank you. I will get his Discord DM and. There it is. All right, let me put him in and then.
Share it with everybody in the chat.
Rocky, we may need to remove you if I can't get him in here. Oh no, wait,
That's
we have
fine.
one more person.
Right. So, I'm like, those sound like, and at the time, but yeah, so he said those three names of Spraker, Dan, and Jack, and I said, oh yeah, I remember those names. They're nice people. I was also in contact with Spraker at the time, and I wanted to get him, and I wanted to directly message him, just be like, hey, Zach seems to be around. If you're willing to give him a chance and just hear him out, then by all means.
We got someone in the call here.
Yeah, hey Jedi.
What's up,
What
Jedi?
info you got?
Hi.
Let's hear it.
Oh lord.
Yeah.
Rocky.
No, good.
That was me
Jedi.
going, oh lord.
I'm muted.
No, Rocky. You don't have to. That's how I'm going to get to this. Unmute yourself, Rocky.
Right.
Well, let's hear Jedi first.
Yeah,
Let's-
Jedi, what you got, man? Come on.
Yeah. What info?
Welcome
man?
aboard.
You got anything?
Hello.
Hey Jedi, do you got any info? Do you got any?
What's up?
Yeah, I was actually in the. I remember some things from being in the server with Solar.
Well, take your time and explain when you're ready.
I actually have some screenshots of my conversation with him when he first DM'd me.
Oh, post them.
Last year.
Post them, please.
Oh. What I wanted to know. Well, hang on. Do you remember any name from the server that you could give us?
Well, if you have anything from that chat, we'd love to see it. But why don't you just go on with what you remember from the chat and talking to you?
Okay, those of us that remember being in the server are, well, me and Solar, Toon, although he went by a Key to Our Hearts during that time, for some reason.
Probably.
Okay,
yeah.
Good to know.
Ketone Hearts?
Key to Our Hearts.
That was the name he chose for himself back when he had the Sly Cooper picture for his profile.
Oh boy.
He has Sly Cooper again. Anyways, I wanna. Okay, do you have names of people? We already know the names. Other people in the server that would be more useful than anything right now.
Anime Guy.
If you don't have it.
Oh, I know Anime Guy 01 was in there. Magical Dude was in there.
Okay, could you could you type it so that way we could please.
Okay.
You're going a little fast the way you're speaking. We
No,
appreciate having it in text.
All right, I just
and
want to know who was all there and what they all were talking about, really.
And I can confirm that those are, people who are in the second server. So.
Well,
so you two hang out a bit, or you hung out a bit in that server anyway, so you know each other.
We kind of knew each other before the server too, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
we knew each other via the older.
And Solar, if you know names, give them up, please.
Yeah. I'll look for the. I'll look for him.
You don't.
So, you were going
through.
through your messages. We were getting a recount. You never quite got into the part where Sheldon was talking to you. What was that?
I believe that's coming up soon. I know. I just rolled by it. So let's see. Right, because so Spraker got in. Yeah, Toon wanted to keep to himself. He thought the server was doing all right as long as you guys are having a good time. And at the time I said I think we were. Spraker asked stuff, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. And then April 23rd comes around, and I start getting all these messages on Twitter. I start getting all of these DMs, and Zach tells me, nuke the server now and delete everything. And I didn't realize this until later in the day. And I obviously deleted the server, and and I was like, what the hell's going on? What's happening? And
I mean, didn't even ask him why before you did it. You were just like, okay, better do that.
No, because I had I was like, oh yeah, because here's the thing. I was like, how did we get found out? Blah blah blah. And Zach says Magical Dude and Jack apparently they did the same thing to Key and Josh's servers. Vita and Shelly D questioned them, and Magical apparently sold the server out.
Oof.
And I was, in that situation, having that whole thing. I'm like, what do we do now? What's going on? Apologize to him.
Magical Dude, is that magic tricks?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen him in quite a couple servers.
That's interesting.
Know who he has a purple pony avatar. Yeah.
No, I remember the reason why I bring that up is that I remember in a video Sheldon was on where they were tearing into Foxwell. It was because he was making fun of Magic Dude, I think. I was like, that's interesting. Well, service is paid, I guess. Anyways, carry on.
So I'm like, what do we do now? I don't know what to do. I'm sorry this happened. I'm so sorry. He's like, it's not your fault. Don't for a second think that. But the one thing I didn't want to have happen did. Utter failure of a safe fort. And he said, it was my fault for bringing people in. I'm like, no, it is not your fault. I was the one in charge. I'm the one responsible for not checking if everything was safe. Something was a little off. At the time, I thought that something was a little off about Magical. I had no idea that Jack was in on this. And apparently Spraker got his own servers hit. So he's felt the repercussions of his actions as well as I. Magical and Jack were not in was not in that Spraker server. I had said something like, "Oh, I don't want to I feel bad talking about why I thought Magical was I guess ominous." But he would say things like, "Oh, how's everyone's day? We support Zach, right, guys?" I'm like, I'll play along, but you're under my eye, buddy. You just know.
Well, it kind of doesn't matter because Toon was a pedophile, but carry on.
Right. I'm like, seriously though,
I built him a safe fort, and I thought I did the right thing when I deleted the server, but just so you guys know, I wasn't that dumb. I was suspicious of the spy. Okay, carry on.
Yeah.
Seriously though, I got berated by tweets with Magical being the main guy, but why Jack? He seemed more normal of the two. Jack apparently had something to do with it, like a wingman off to the side the other way. Are you comfortable? And then I'm like, maybe we can get Spraker seemed to be doing okay. Maybe we can get a conversation with Spraker going between me, him, and Spraker. And it's not right now. I'm like, that's fine. Do you still trust both of us? And he said, for now. I said, I don't blame you, but I'm extremely sorry for what happened. I was completely in the dark that this was happening. Need to more messages. Oh no, I lost my plan. This is. Oof. I apologize for all this. I have to like go all the way down, and it's like it's not loading more messages at the bottom, so I have to.
Okay.
Um.
So basically, Jack was Jack a spy in the server, or was he on Toon's side? Like you were kind of reading the messages really fast, dude. It's been a long night.
Honestly, I think Jack might have been might have been a spy. That's just my guess.
Okay, we already established the Vita connection to Jack earlier. We did that part already.
Well,
I'm just trying to get further along in the story here.
I'm not trying to say he's a spy for Vita. I was saying I don't know. Maybe Vita wasn't spying. He was actually on Toon's side. We don't know. I was asking because this guy was going with a motor.
Oh, okay. You're okay. Then forgive me, detective. I was on a slightly different bead than you were.
I was literally just trying to see was he on Toon's side or not. Even canceling out fucking Vita because he was trying to say something about a partner or man, and you know he's reading at 1,000 miles an hour, and I understand like you're reading us a lot of stuff and we appreciate it, but you're just it's a lot of info and we just kind of want to know what's important. Like we got some people that were in there and that's cool, but are you just gonna tell us?
Here's an idea. We've been streaming for 3.5 hours plus. Maybe we should call it a break.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm loving with the good retention. We've got 90 goddamn people, but we've been going a long damn time, and I'm not keeping up with anything anymore. My mind's mush.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I'm pretty done. I wouldn't mind like leaving the call just to BS at this point. Jesus.
Yeah, we could just BS and talk about whatever.
All right, so are we cool to call her up? Maybe we'll come back to this later if there is even more than this, or what?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's a lot more. But I'll try.
Right.
I'll try and go back and see what I think is like.
Hey, listen, I'm not going anywhere. I'll sit and listen.
And then we'll just recap for everyone else, or
no, we don't have to do that. I mean, I feel like you should be making the talk show circuit with this story of yours, man. It's twists and turns everywhere.
I mean, I've had people tell me that I had an old YouTube account, but
anyway, yeah.
I do apologize for taking that long, though. But
no, you're
Well,
there's more you say even.
Yeah, we started your story. I think you came in around
2 hours in.
Yeah, 2 hours and 31 minutes. I time stamped it.
Yeah.
So we
you
were
were
all
Act 2. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
This is my
second
longest stream.
Oh, you know what? You know what we could do, Solar? How about you screen cap what you think is important and put it in a Google Doc, and we could look over it. But yeah, this is you're giving us just a lot of stuff that we already know about, or stuff that doesn't really. It's kind of fluff and doesn't really matter. Like it's cool you sent him a package and all, or like you thought about a.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to skip. I know. I should have skipped over that.
That looks like Barack Obama, so I wanted Toon Kritic to have it.
I know.
I was
sorry,
doing
guys.
on my pencil, and I thought that some of my.
I'm sorry. I go on rants sometimes. I mean.
Well, that was a rant. Oh man!
I go on tangents.
No wonder your YouTube channel didn't work.
I go on tangents.
Solar. And the thing is, Solar, we're trying to figure out stuff about a pedophile. This isn't the time to talk about fluff and stuff like that. I understand you're going down memory lane and all, but we need important details. You know, people he talked to, connections, something that maybe he was talking to minors. We need actually important details. Not, oh, I sent him a package. Oh, I thought about Paramore and this album. Like, come on, dude, take this a little seriously.
The album. I was really relating what he was going through to this album I had just bought that week. Like, come on, man.
I was waiting for him to look down. Does this look like a rash to you? What do you think, too?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, the reason why I was there is because I was trying to get evidence in case Zach were to slip up again and try and get him arrested. You know, I was relaying information to the FBI as I could.
Do you have any evidence of you doing this?
Here's more people's names.
I have some friends that I've told about him contacting me, and I was showing them screenshots of him private messaging me, and also we were contacting the FBI and letting them know about Toon contacting me, and we're just trying to help get more
This looks
evidence.
familiar.
Try
I think I might have
Yeah,
seen
I'm
this
like,
one.
I feel like I've seen this.
Yeah.
It's on. Oh my god.
Yeah, I covered this before.
It's
I
a
think.
post from.
We were on talking to.
Yeah, look at who. Yeah, look at whose Twitter that is. Yeah.
Yeah, that we've already.
So you fell for Vita's deep gay ops is the end of your story.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
If you want to call it that, then yes.
Okay.
Sounds like it. Yeah, I mean.
Good night, everybody. It's been.